E-commerce, the industry that brought you the biggest IPO in history. The opportunity is vast, the market is huge, and it's changing. A $1.6 trillion gold rush, where major retailers are converting their stores into fulfillment centers. Cloud commerce aids merchants in this industry arms race. We make it easier to sell stuff and buy stuff. We have the brains. We design, we develop, we integrate, we win. We know the technology. We are the cloud. Cloud Commerce, a public company with a stock symbol CLWD.
Do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing. Hey, everybody. We are back in the building. Thank you so much for joining me. We are back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I am back in the building. Where's my face at? There we go. All right. What's going on, room? What is going on, room? We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Today was an okay day on the markets, man. Today was an okay day on the markets. I was expecting so much more out of DRIES, but we had a slight pullback in DRIES today, man. And I call that slight for a stock, that moves that aggressively. Let's go ahead and get things started here. For a stock that moves that aggressively, today was pretty, sideways for DRIES. The stock really didn't know what it wanted to do. I had a position at 6, and I had to pull it off yesterday because I knew we would move up higher in the morning because everybody wanted a piece of that 105%. But we didn't, after the first 30 to 45 minutes, as I said, will there be buyers at that higher price? And sure enough, as we can see, there weren't any buyers there, and the price came right back down. Came down almost $2 within the first 45 minutes of the open. What's going on, Coralie? The beautiful Coralie in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Who was first in the building today? David. What's going on, everybody in Investors Hub? Investors Hub, David. Shout out to Investors Hub. Good people over there. Go and sign up for their website. And David, I don't know if you want to eventually, maybe sometime during the show, call up and talk about you guys' plan or your stock picking. I don't know if it's a game. Well, I think it is a game because I know they win like a free shirt and whatnot. But the fact that people are picking like 100, 200, 300% gainers in that program, I think people need to know about that. Lennox John, Mickey Bang Bang, Donzel Essex, Wesley the Dog, Franklin Joe, Q DeMaio, what's good? What's going on, Joe Flores? Tina Price, thank you. Ryan Gets It, Mr. Millionaire, 00. James Brown. Who else is in here? Roger Gray, what's going on? Nikhil. Big Boom, the Kraken. RVMJ 2000. Everybody who's coming in and all the people who eventually will come in, thank you for joining me here on the show. And yes, I did see somebody post in ACALL. We'll talk about ACALL. Whoever was calling from 702, call back 702. Call back. Got to do my little intro. Say hello to everybody in the chat room. All right. And Live Life. What's going on? Mr. Lloyd, hey, how you doing today? Marquise Washington, Stock God. Yes, indeed. So let's go moving on again to DRIES. Sideways day for the stock. I won't say it's out just yet, though. That's the thing. I don't want to call it out just yet because based on the 3-day movement, it's not too bad. So we'll see what happens tomorrow because the bands are tight on this one. 702, you're on the air. What's up?
You need to come pick up your dry cleaner.
702, you there? What's up? All right, so somebody's actually playing around here on 702. All right. All right.
Get out of here, you damn nigger!
All right. You out of here. All right. So with that being said, what else you guys? Yeah, ACALL. So yeah, with that being said, DRIES, sideways day for the stock today. I won't count it out. I don't want to say it's out just yet because as you can see, I put the bands on this. It's getting tight. So, but at the same time, we know that Bollinger Bands can crack down lower, right? It can break down lower as well as break up higher. Yeah. First call of the day. Jeez. But yeah, I mean, these Bollinger Bands could mean different things, okay? Because we do know Bollinger Bands can break down lower, as I just said. So I'm hoping that we have a strong open tomorrow in DRIES, and again, we find buyers at the higher prices because that's what broke us down today, is the fact that we moved up higher. There was no support at 6, no support at 550. It tried to find it, didn't find it. We did find support at 453. We closed at 462 on the day. But will that support be there tomorrow? We'll find out tomorrow. All right, we will find out tomorrow. So hopefully this isn't the end of DRIES. But as we spoke about yesterday, you know, sometimes as they continue to run, they don't always do what they used to do. They don't always used to do what they used to do. All right, Ryan gets it, says flush it. He said it's down the drain. We'll see. What's going on, Haru? We will see. Yeah, 0-0. NPWZ. Shout out to those guys. They are on Twitter, by the way. You can follow the company. NPWZ. They recently announced today that an answer should be coming, and that their company has so many ongoing and exciting developments coming that they're planning on sharing. The CEO, anyway, will be sharing a letter with shareholders after the annual report filing. Now, Prolix, I don't know if you're watching, but I got to find out when exactly that filing is going to be. But they did say that the CEO, and again, I'm following their Twitter account here, Naya Power Inc. Let me go ahead and put that in the chat room for you guys who are watching. I'll put that in the chat room. That's their Twitter account right there. And they did post today, actually a couple days ago, that the CEO will be updating shareholders within the next week. And they posted that on the 26th. So which was, so are we going to be seeing it, like, should have been out by now, right? I mean, the 26th was last week. So will it be tomorrow? Will it be Friday? We'll see. We will see. But the NPWZ, it's a double 10 stock, 0010. And you guys know we love these little sweet spot stocks right here. And it's been gaining volume. I've been watching NPWZ. Has been gaining volume, consistent volume, I might add. And it's kind of working out of that channel. As we can see here, had a low not too long ago here, just December the 28th of 0005. Now we're up 100% since then. NPWZ on the move. All right, news coming out could send the stock a lot higher. NPWZ. All right, could send the stock a lot higher. Yeah, we'll definitely see about that one. ACALL, man. I mean, what else do you say about ACALL? I mean, the stock is well above its 20-day, well above its 10-day moving average, well above 250, whatever you want to call it. I mean, what can you say about a stock that's now up well over 2,000%? I mean, the stock has just been a monster, absolute monster on ACALL. Absolute monster on ACALL. You had a pullback here on the 30th. I believe it actually closed higher that day as well, on the 30th. But the stock has just been a monster. It's been a monster since the middle of the month. I can't say anything bad about this stock. I think if you got some cash sitting on the side, why not risk it on ACOL? 541, what's up? You're on the air.
What's going on, Sal? This is Ryan Gitsit right here.
Hey, Ryan, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, man. Didn't I tell you guys, though, bro, Just let the ink dry on the paper, man. Let the ink dry on the paper. Do you guys remember? I bought 3.5 million shares at 0003 of ACOL. You remember that show?
I speak to so many people, but I believe you, bro. I believe that you definitely were in it at 0003. Again, this was a stock that was not doing anything for a very, very, very long time. And, you know, when we talk about...
patience, man, patience.
Yeah, when we talk about these 0003s, these double zeros that aren't moving, haven't been moving, but they're still, you know, posting filings. They're still, you know, compliant with the market. Those are stocks, you know, if you've got some money sitting to the side, take a position in. Take a position. You got $50 on the side. You got, you know, $100 on the side. You can use that $100.
I believe how many people we got watching? We got 91 people watching. Hey, guys, AWGI is my next call.
AWGI.
AWGI is a water company. It's a water company out of Texas. And I saw it in action. It produces water from out the sky.
Now, this company,
Watch what I tell you.
AWGI.
They need the water. Yes. They just sold one. One was just sold. You know, I invested $7,000 in this company right here, guys. I put $7,000 in this company right here. Okay? Now, this is my play. I did my research on it. I think if you guys want to put money in this, go do your research on it, just like I did. But me, I'm going to call this for 2017 right here, guys. AWGI. But yeah, man, the ACOL play was very good to me. Yeah. Very good. It's going to be looking good on my taxes for next year, so so we'll be doing great. But yeah, man, thank God, man, another big win for the year, and I'm hoping AWGI does the same. But other than that, man, just go what you got, man. Go what you got, guys. Do research, study books. Shout out to Bad Sciences, man. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd. And that's what I want. I just want one morning for Mr. Lloyd to open up his computer and see his account like up 35K. Mm-hmm. You know, just hope he don't catch a heart attack or something.
Man, there it is, man. AWGI. Ryan gets it, making another early call, and look, you know, you're sitting pretty at 0002. If you got some time, you know, why not it be another A call? Even if at 0002, even if we go up to 0010, I mean, that's well over 800% right there.
He called me crazy, you know, but when I put that card into the ATM machine and the receipt comes out, they know what time it is.
There it is, man.
You know, that's how I talk. I just put the card in the machine, and that's it.
I think right now
that's enough talking right there.
Going back to ACALL, we're at what 0.0496. So that's a nice return there. If you got in, let's say at 0005.
And don't forget, we bought in heavy. We bought in heavy with USMJ too. Shout out to everybody still holding in USMJ.
Yeah, USMJ.
That bag is coming for 420, guys. You hold on to those shares until after 420. Count like 120 days after 420. Okay? Wait till about 120 days after 420. Let them numbers get in that machine. Let them do what they do. Let them separate what they got to separate. And we're on to another one. We're on to the next one.
There it is, man. Thank you so much for the call. Ryan gets it.
Hey, anytime, my man. I enjoy the show.
Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
All right, God. Peace.
All right, so yeah, Ryan gets it with another call, man. I don't remember, but if you guys remember the call, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. If you guys remember it, hey, that's what's up. You guys know I talk to a whole lot of people every day here on this show, and Ryan gets it, man. If he made the call, I believe him. A call way back when in the triples. If that was the case, we're talking about, a 9,820% gain. Again, that's 9,820%. That's incredible gain. 845, you're on the air. What's up?
What up, Sal? It's Prolix.
Hey, what's going on, Prolix?
Not much. Hey, you see when your power systems released today?
Yes, we just got done talking about that news, but I know you know a little bit more about it than I do. Go ahead and update us a little bit on first what the company is and why you're really excited about this news.
Okay, so this morning actually I was at work and I thought Near Power Systems kind of went dark on us for a minute, but I actually was able to talk to their social media manager,
Okay.
I guess if that's correct, and I asked him, like, when are you guys filing your 10K? So the guy was like, I can't really give you an answer to that. He's like, that's more of a question for our CEO. Sure enough, about an hour and a half ago, we found out via social media that when they filed the 10K, they'll be releasing a company update shortly after. So at least we got an answer on that. But really, what they're producing is this power chip that's supposed to, I guess, make batteries. It's like batteries are designed like computer processors now for the is what basically they're going for. And yesterday, someone called in saying they got the Department of Energy grant. But right now, I think it's actually a great long-term hold, even short-term, because I think once they release their 10K filings, we're going to get a company update shortly after, and I think this stock is going to do well. Hopefully that Department of Energy grant has been kicking in. I think it has been, and I think it's actually going to run. So that's a stock I'm definitely watching, and I think it's a stock everyone else should watch too, because I think it's actually really going to go up here in the next, at least within the next month. At least.
Now I see we had a slight, probably pretty much a sideways day in the stock right now. We're at 0010. Do you think, Prolix, we have a chance of possibly getting the stock in the triples again?
It's a possibility. I think what's going to happen here is we're going to see. It's definitely not going to be sideways. It's definitely going to run. But if I look here, hold on, I shouldn't have closed my account on this.
Because right now we're at 0010, and although we're getting about 3 million shares traded here daily, we were just recently, as January the 5th, we were at 0005. Obviously, we're 100% since then. We might not see the triples again, but obviously I think if you do see the triples in NPWZ, I think you got to be all over it for what we know is coming with this stock.
That's exactly actually what I was going to say. I think in order to see it, you really got to be on top of it. But it's just, I know yesterday we were talking about the 10K on the show, and I didn't know if you saw the thing I tweeted at you. I actually just on my phone saw it, but I figured I'd show it to you. Because I know we were asking about it yesterday, and you said they were in delinquency, but at least we have an answer on the 10K. So that's mainly what I called in about, but enjoying the show, man. Keep it up.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, Prolix.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, so shout out to Prolix. Again, good call by him, and Ryan gets it. Prolix, I think you're still looking at NAK, right? I think you're still good on NAK, by the way. That's another one he's been really excited about. And NAK today putting up 4.83% on the stock today, 14-cent gain by NAK. And this is a stock we were talking about here. I want to say at 281, so we're at 304 now on NAK. NAK slowly working its way higher, as we approach that decision that's got to be made by Donald Trump on that stock with that situation in, I want to say it was Alaska. 772 Treasure Hunter. What's up, man?
What's happening, sir? What's happening with you?
Hey. How your stocks do today?
Man, it was a great day in the market. Then again, the DRIES thing, I think it might have one more pop to it before it falls asleep for a little minute.
Okay.
So I didn't cash out all my shares in it, so I'm waiting for that pop. I think it's going to be for a pop-up, not down.
We'll see.
Tomorrow. So then again, I seen the DRIES, did a little pullback. So I was did a little fishing, trying to dig up some treasures. One, I see a little wind out pin, and I did bought some shares, and then it kept going up and up. I want you to find out what's the deal.
Yeah, sure. What stock is that?
IBXG, and two more other ones I might piggyback on, but I'm gonna eyeball them, see what they're gonna do tomorrow.
Now IBXG.
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 No, IDXG.
Oh, XC. Okay.
No, IDXG.
Okay. It's called IBX Group, right?
Not too sure. Maybe.
Okay. I see a stock called IBXG.
IBXG.
Yeah. It trades, but right now looks like investors are advised that OTC Markets Group has been unable to contact or confirm the location of this company. If you have any current information, please contact so and so. So they can't even find out what the hell's going on with this company. So I'll probably stay far away from this. It doesn't even have a price. It's just showing 0, 0, 0, 0.
Is it IDXG?
Yeah, let me see ID. Oh, IDXG. All right, I'm
like, damn, what the hell?
I'm hearing IBXG. Okay.
Yeah. Whew, makes you in the right channel.
yeah. There it goes. Appreciate that, guys. I'm like, IBXG is a ticker, but it ain't shit there.
Yeah.
IDXG, $4
every night.
$4 NASDAQ stock. Now this is a stock that's ran before. Again, I remember this when it just went nuts earlier. End of last year.
Yeah,
this is the
it might
stock
be
in
pumping up
December.
again.
And it went higher. It didn't maintain those gains, and now it's pretty much settling. It's getting a little bit tighter here. Let me see here what it's been doing lately. I don't know. For me, it's kind of too expensive for what it does. I mean, let me see,
too high to get in right now,
right? I don't know if it's on low float. Is it a low float stock? Do you happen to know?
Okay. You know me, I read the charts and I call your show and you dissect it and see what type of it is.
I'm trying to see what the float is. Usually it might show up on lowfloat.com and I don't see it offhand. But if somebody can tell me what the float is, I appreciate it. But I don't think this is on it. I'd have to look it up. Although it does kind of move like a low float stock too. That's a lot of volatility. I'm looking here into the chart and the way it pops up like that. So it pops.
That's what I'm saying. Because it got that little pullback, then pop up.
Yeah.
Then right towards the close, and they had a little pullback again. I think it might pop up right when opening.
Yeah, it's got a lot of spikeability to it, as Tim Sykes would say. So we'll see what happens with that at $4.41 a share, IDXG.
Yes, and two more, I might piggyback, but I'm saying I'm going to read the charts in the morning, see what time I might jump in. I don't know if I'm being red or green. XGTI.
XGTI, yeah, that was on the biggest gainer list today. This was really interesting because I was looking for news on that move and I couldn't find why it moved so aggressively like that.
Fill the money in, by the time you find out what the charts do, you end up losing about a couple of grand.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out why it moved so aggressively here. XGTI in the news search here on equity feed.
I'm going to try to piggyback that one.
I see, hold on, integrated microwave technologies. Yeah, I don't. All right, there's an article that came out from a news release, actually, from a company called IMT. IMT. I don't know if it's a subsidiary. No ticker on it. Integrated Microwave Technologies, a business unit. Okay, so it's a subsidiary of XGTI. And let me go back to XGTI. So it's a subsidiary of XGTI. And Let me see. Fairway News Run, a leader in advanced digital microwave systems serving law enforcement, broadcast, sports, entertainment, announces the Dragonfly, an ultra miniature wireless video system, which has begun shipping to customers. This came out today at 7 a.m. The Dragonfly is a compact wireless video technology that delivers completely new and expanded views and perspectives. It comes available in a range of kits to fix various applications, including drones, sports, and broadcast news. Each offering caters to specific needs of the application. All right.
Crazy.
Okay. All right.
Huh. And the other one I might piggyback on, I'm going to see what it does, is GFA. I love the piggybacking, bro. Having those heat computers just rise that bitch up and just riding the wave.
And you said it's GFA, right?
Yes, sir.
GFA, $1.65, 7%. Now, out of GFA or XGTI, I like XGTI because I like the story behind them.
Yeah, for sure, man. That does sound interesting.
Yeah, it sounds very interesting, and I'd like to see what the market feels about that stock tomorrow.
Yeah, you remember, was a video, way back in the day that I invested in that drone company from the Robot Wars? Yeah, so I know that's kind of big, but those kind of people that, does that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
But I don't know how far it's going to go,
We'll see what happens with that one, man.
Yeah, I might throw a little salt in it. All right, man, that's some plays, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call, Treasure Hunter.
Anytime, man.
All right, so shout out to 3 great calls in a row, man. Appreciate that, guys. Deep calls here. Yeah, I like the XGTI setup. The XGTI, and this is the 1-day chart, because if you pull back a little bit, you can kind of see where the stock is. If you pull back a little bit, if you're looking at the primary trend, the stock has been bearish. But, when you look at the 5-day, it does kind of make you see like, oh, my God, look where we are. But at the end of the day, this is 1 day right here. This is just 1 day. All right. And which was really interesting because XGTI blew up at like 2 o'clock. So what happened at 2 o'clock when I'm seeing this news came out at 7 a.m.? 586, you're on the air. What's up?
Yeah, hi. Good evening.
Good evening. Who am I speaking with?
I'm Mark.
All right, Mark. And you got some stocks for us?
Yeah, actually, I got the EWLL and RMHB. I believe both of these stocks had like huge potential in less than 6 months.
All right, so let's go over the list you have here.
EWLL.
Yeah, what do you like about it, and why do you think this is going to run?
This is like a new technology, telemedicine, and the Trump nominee for the Human Service Secretary. He's a very big supporter of this telemedicine, and it has the first and one in kind of like allow all the PT, which is the physical therapist, to treat like 6 or 7 or 8 patients at the same time.
Okay.
While they are at their homes. They do not have to come to the office, to the practice. They can stay there and he can watch them, and it gives more profit to those like PTs. And they have like a $20 billion every year. Like that's the market of the physiotherapist, the physical therapist.
Yeah, this is very interesting because it's basically individuals who, for whatever reason can't go into the physical therapy office or don't want to go and want to stay in the comfort of their own home. They can continue to do their treatment basically from watching, TV and having an internet connection.
Yeah, and actually, the most important thing that it's reimbursed by the insurance company.
Okay. Oh wow. So all right. So do you happen to know the name of that company? It's
eWellness Health Corp.
Well, yes, but you know how if an insurer decides to go ahead and cover, a particular procedure, was there like any announcement on what particular insurance company decided that they were going to cover the
Yeah,
procedure?
two of them. Actually, yeah, there. If you go to their website or even to the news, to the TD American News, I believe it's Ayetna, and another company.
Okay.
So the CEO, he's a guy like he's been working in this business for like 20 years, and his name is Darwin Fogt, and I believe so. And they operate between California and New York, and if only like and there is in USA like 220,000 is physical therapist practice, and there is no big winner. Like in like beverage, you have Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Here, there is no big winner. So if one of these companies that you have the USPH, which is public trade, USPH, they only own 500 physical therapist practice. If someone, if some of these companies like buy out this, that will be huge. And they were like would never think they started by OTCQB in actually last March, and first of all they go from $4 and then because of the liquidity they went down. Now they are trading by 10 cents.
Yeah.
But last month they were like they jumped to 57 cents.
Yeah.
They pulled down to but it's a huge potential.
I definitely see there could be a lot of potential here, and the stock moves very nicely. It was a down day today in volume. Yesterday, the 31st, we were at almost 500,000 shares. Today, only 100,000 shares traded. So down day in volume. I'd love to see that pick up a little bit. That was really interesting to see that off today. On volume.
The float is 34 million only.
Yeah. Oh, so only 34 million available out there. Okay.
That's that's huge. Yeah, I mean, that's good.
Yeah, this is
and
something,
actually, the chairman also he was like a president of the physiotherapist community, and they have like a couple months ago they had in Las Vegas like a conference, and there was like 1,000 company attend that, and they're saying there's a lot of backlog in their pipeline.
Okay.
So, but they want to prove it, and it's really interesting.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely be watching it. I'm sure there's some people in the chat room who will be watching this. It's got a very interesting story. I mean, I like the whole business idea, behind it, and it looks like it's got some support at these prices, especially right now. It looks like we're actually sitting pretty at a recent low here. If I look at the 6-month chart, just to see, all right, so we're actually at a good support level, and it looks like we have support at these prices going all the way back to December. Going all the way back to December, I see some support here at the 9-cent mark. So it looks like it might be able to hold that, and it looks like probably a good entry for somebody. But I'll definitely connect the dots on that. You had one more stock to also for us to look at. Which one was that?
Something to add too. They're thinking to uplist to the NASDAQ next year. Okay. So that's a good thing too. The other one is Rocky Mountain High brand.
Yeah, RMHB.
RMHB.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of news, a lot of things coming, I believe, for this company, especially with the China now. They got this vice president, the Chinese woman, Li. She said she's going to infuse good cash, and they have their not only the Rocky Mountain High brand, which is the hemp infused drinks. It's actually, I like it. I like it better than Red Bull.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't give you this jitters, like when you. I'm not sure if you drink Red Bull, but this one is really better than Red Bull.
Yeah, this
and
is.
They got this. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, this is a really exciting company because, over the last just, 20, 25 days, you're up over 300%. And, you think a pullback is necessary. Some people would look at the chart and say maybe this was it. And now we're running literally, for real. And we could be looking at breaking that 16-cent top it made almost a week ago now. I mean, what say you on that, possibility?
Yeah. The other product that they have, which is, I believe it's bigger and better than the Rocky Mountain energy drinks, is the water spirit, Eagle Spirit water. It's from the Rocky Mountain, I believe. It's high alkaline, naturally high alkaline, which is 7.8, which is one of the best in USA. And so I believe at one time someone will come and buy it out. And they announced like a month ago that they have a contract with the Chinese beverage company that they will ship dry. They will ship like a container, bulk container with water, and they will put it in bottle in China. So China is 1 point something billion, and if they start to drink this water, that's gonna be huge.
Well, I mean, we'll definitely see if they end up getting into the Chinese market. Yeah, that opens up a huge possibility. And I'd love to see what look into their books and see what their sales are right now. But RMHB, a lot of excitement behind it. And again, any stock that's up 300, 400% in less than 30 days, I think you got to pay some attention to. So that's definitely on watch. It's really been a big.
They have like 650 million OS outstanding shares, and only I believe 440 million float. I believe this company will go to $1 in 1 year. That's what I believe.
Wow, $1 in 1 year.
Yeah, that's what I believe. Yeah.
There it is.
I'm gonna call you after 1 year.
There it is, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the call, man.
Thank you, Sal. Thanks. Have a good night.
All right. So, hey, he's saying it could go up to $1. It's gotten there, close before. I wouldn't say close to $1, but well above where it is right now. If you pull the chart back almost 2 years now to 2015, I do see here that, the stock has gotten to as high as 30 cents before. So, we crushed that little 12-cent wall that was resistance for just a bit. And now it sits pretty at 13 cents a share. So keep watching RMHB, definitely on our watch list tonight. It has been on our watch list before. 316, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, I just came across an interesting ticker today. It's called, the ticker is EURI, and it went up like almost 20% today, but it's around 0.025 a share. I was wondering if you think I should stick around those stocks, or do you think I should just go up a little bit more and have a safer bet?
Oh, now this one, I'm guessing you were doing a scan?
Yeah.
Okay, Agri Euro. And this one I'm not very familiar with on Agri Euro. This sounds very... Looking at the chart, it looks like it did some things in 2015. Had a huge move actually in 2015, if that was this company the way it was at that time anyway. Float is pretty low too, only 31 million shares if this is right. They list themselves as an aquaculture business, is in the process of developing. All right, hold on here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 1 year graph, and it looks like it's been going down a bit, but I don't know if that means it'll go back up, or what do you think?
Yeah, let me see. Agri Euro. Okay, so there's a weird. Okay, so this company has the name doesn't fit the business description. It's called Agri Euro, but when I read the business description here on OTC Markets, they're talking about how they own. Let me see here. They're trying to develop a luxury hotel, and the company's attempting to enter the hospitality industry. Yet they also mention that they operate some farming operations on 700 acres, and they're commencing into the aquaculture and fish farming business. So the company seems all over the place. So I'd have to do some research on it.
Yeah.
And figure out what the hell they really are up to. I do see here that they posted a recent 10Q as recently as September, so it looks like they're doing business. What kind of business, I don't know. We'd have to look at it, but very interesting.
Right. Because they did go up 20% today.
So real interesting movement. So somebody's accumulating some shares. We'd have to see what's going on there. But it's so funny you brought that up, because I have some stocks that are doing some similar things where you're just seeing some weird buying out of nowhere. and EURI fits the list. So it's definitely a stock to watch.
All right. Well, thanks for the input. I'm enjoying the show right now.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks for the call, 316. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah, that one's coming out of nowhere. Yeah, only 62,000 shares. And as you see, Desert Edge is just like I think it's actually like 1 or 2 buys. So, very, 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 but it's interesting just to see what keep your eye on it. That's all it is. It's nothing to watch or anything like that, but just see what happens with what's going on here. Somebody brought up Apple. Look, hey, it's, if you're into options, by all means, play it. Shout out to Facebook. Facebook beat earnings today. Shout out to Facebook. They beat earnings, and then they got a judgment against them for like $500 million on the same day. So they release news that they beat earnings, and then they got a judgment against them for $500 million, where one guy's saying they stole some of their technology. Isn't that sad? That is so sad. But he's still a billionaire regardless. Still a billionaire regardless. Shout out to David. I saw, David, you put out that list of stocks that you believe have some potential here, and looking at them real quick. Yeah, Pocket Games was on the biggest gainer list today. In fact, PKGM, huge volume coming into the stock today. As you can see here, this is a lot of buying. And David, if you can let me know if this was a pump or not, I appreciate it. If you can let me know if this was a pump or not, I appreciate it as we go ahead and take a look at our equity feed best stocks of the day here. EPXY led the day. EPXY led the day, almost 233% gain on the stock today. Only $300,000 traded on the stock. Only $300,000 traded on the stock, which lets us know that, this could possibly, move again tomorrow if we see similar, volume come into the play. I expect more volume, but the people who are in it tomorrow or today might sell tomorrow. So who knows how big of positions that they got today. But 233% is definitely nothing to shit on. So EPXY, huge mover in here. This was another stock that was 000, right? That had gotten pumped in the past, but was recently kind of on the dormant side. In fact, if you pull up EPXY, you'll see in the chart in 2016 it went through a couple pumps. If we look at the 1-year chart, we can see a couple pumps in the stock going back into early 2016, late 2015. And this was another stock that went 000. People forgot about it, and all of a sudden today, 233% gained on the stock. EPXY. All right. Clay said, watch how many newbies bail out these chat rooms when they fuck up their tax money. Well, look, that's the thing. I hope not. The goal is to grow the community and stick around, So find some of these penny stocks you want to go long in. And as I've always said, choose one in a sweet spot where, it's dead, it's beat up, you don't feel like it could be running. And those offer the least amount of risk to a downside, but so much upside potential. That's how Ryan Gitzik keeps winning. He thinks for the long term. But I like those picks that David came up with. Again, EPXI and the Pocket Games pick, PKGM, because those are huge movers. And let me see here, BRKK he brought up as well. BRKK Construction Supplies and Fixtures Company. BRKK, not familiar with this ticker. Let's learn a little bit about it. 200,000 shares traded today, BRKK. Let's learn a little bit about what this company does. Established in 2008. All right, so this is another company that's listed incorrectly, but as I'm reading the business description, they're actually a helmet camera company. Their focus is on sports technology, including cutting-edge products like the Rutten O2 trainer, breathing technology for athletes, All right. So they've got some kind of breathing technology product, and then they also have like a live broadcast helmet for referees. So some of these businesses, they're just all over the place. It's up to you to do your research in a lot of these things because, many of these companies, you can just like, okay, they're just full of shit. But some of these companies are actually doing legit work, and it's up to you to kind of find out what the difference is. BRKK is on your screen right now. Volume is coming into the stock. I'll continue to watch this. 29 cents a share, 6-cent move for the stock was a pretty big move today for them. 28% gained. I would just sit this to the side and watch this. I'd sit this to the side and watch this. Not as aggressive as some of the ones that we've been looking at, but we'll definitely see on that. Okay. MFST. This is one that, we used to talk about this one all the time. Almost every other week, MFST used to come on the chart. It had been very bearish for some time here, up until practically August of, pretty much the whole year. It had been pretty bearish. And all of a sudden now shooting higher today, MFST. So you let me know what this is going to do, because at 0075, and if I remember correctly, MFST used to be a NASDAQ company. If I'm right, this used to be a NASDAQ company. I believe this got delisted. David brought up PGUS. That actually was on my list to talk about today. That was really interesting because PGUS was only like 3 or 4 buys. Only 3 or 4 buys was in that stock today. Yeah, please don't blow your tax money on it. TENX. 28.3. Let's see here what this was the one that gapped down and crashed. I looked at this the other day, TENX, NASDAQ stock. And, we talked about this stock as a possible, you had a lot of bottom buying on this stock, TENX. And because we also looked at NVAX on this one as, hey, this is what happens after a stock had gapped down, but sometimes it may not ever work its way up. So got up today, 23% gain on the stock today. We'll see what TENX can do in the future. I'll put that on the list to watch tonight, though, because it looks like it's still got a lot of meat to put back on that bone. Treasure Hunter, you called up. What's up, man?
Yeah, man. Hey, I was just thinking, your chat room definitely got a lot of viewers in there. Somebody might got a good point about the new beginners. They seen us making a lot of money and good plays and stuff. But we've been doing this for a good little minute, since way back when. What I'm saying? I just want to let them know to be careful. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. With the cash flow.
There it is. Well, yeah. And Treasure Hunter, appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man.
You got it.
All right. So yeah, and look, not everybody who comes in the chat room is new. Let me tell you guys something right now. I know there's somebody listening to my voice right now. You got $1 million in the bank. There's somebody listening to my voice right now. You got $500,000. You got $1 million plus in the bank. So don't think that everybody in the chat room who's new doesn't know anything about stocks. Anybody who comes in here who hasn't been here before is somehow clueless about stocks. Many of the people listening to me are, more knowledgeable than I am. They're just seeing what we're talking about, and if they like the pick, they'll go in. If they're not, they won't. But they're very well accepting of the risk of trading penny stocks. I think anybody who watches any of my videos is well aware of the risk of, trading these small publicly traded companies that, can blow up practically at any moment. At any moment. All right. Yeah, David got a nice list there. What's going on, Sinclair? Dylan McMean, he's talking about EEGI. And again, if you guys got a stock that we haven't looked at, you see the numbers on the screen. The numbers on the screen there. EEGI down 33%. Oh, okay, yeah, this is one I would look at. It's got too many shares outstanding, though. It's got a ton of shares out there. 586, you're back on. What's up?
Yeah, hi, Sal. It's Mark again.
Hey,
So
what's up, man?
yeah, I have a company that it's like now it's 52 weeks low. It's SAEX, and I want you to to give me. I want to take your brain on this company.
Yeah. SAEX had a very incredible year. What was that? Almost a year ago or so, when it went to like $100 or something like that.
No, actually, it was like 6 months ago,
Was it
maybe.
6 months ago? Well, yeah, it went there. Okay, there it is. Here it is, where it went to like almost $100 in one day or 2 days. It's been
Yeah,
quite bearish ever since. Could it do it again? Possibly. Right now, though, man, I mean, it's been slowly selling.
I heard,
Uh,
I heard, and actually, I'm not going to say almost positive, but I heard that there is like $60 million tax credit from the Canadian government coming to this company.
who told you that?
Uh, someone.
Okay. All
I
right.
can't say now.
Someone
That's
told
what I
you.
heard.
Okay. $60
Yeah.
million tax credit. I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and yeah, that would move the stock a lot to find out, a company with a market cap of $60 million is getting $60 million in cash. That's a buy all day. I mean, it barely has a PE. It trades at a PE below 1, so it's cheap as it is right now. So if
Yeah.
they added 60 million to the books, that would make it an automatic buy, and then we would see double-digit prices in SAEX. When did this person say that this money could possibly be coming to this, to the stock?
It's going to be in 2017,
Uh-huh.
probably the first or the second quarters.
Okay.
That's what he said.
So with that being
I
said,
believe him.
that could be as soon as before May, basically. That's what could
Maybe.
happen.
I know it's $6. Not a lot of people can pay a lot of share here. It's pretty expensive for
Yeah.
like whoever like deals penny stock. But I mean, it's good. It's good to know. I mean, it's. I'm not. I'm sure that it's not. No one will lose a lot of money here because it's trading now on 52 weeks low.
Yeah.
I believe. It doesn't hurt to like buy some and just hold on that.
Yeah. The 52-week low. It's about six. The 52-week low is at 602. Looks like in the chart do see here we have hit 623 back in November, and we bounced off that and almost went $4 after that low at
I believe it's gonna
619 or
jump.
so. Yeah, it jumped up almost $4 in subsequent days. So we'll see what happens with SAEX. I'll definitely put that on watch. Decent volume, 120,000 shares. I guess for the price, you're not going in that big anyway. But I think it's definitely one to watch because I do know it is low float. It's very, very cheap at 1 times earnings, below 1 times earnings actually. So we'll see what happens with that, man.
Thank you. There's another ticker that's it's QSIM. I'm not sure if you already checked on this.
Yeah, QSIM was a stock we pulled up here not too long ago as well. I want to say we actually brought this up. I looked at it yesterday, but I want to say we brought it up the day before then as well too. I want to say it was also a Monday show, the 30th. But QSIM, now we're back at the 20-day moving average on the daily chart here. So we'll see what happens with QSIM. It's got a lot of volume. I mean, today 14 million shares traded. Sideways day for an OTC stock, just 3% in the red today. A lot of buying in it. It's moved up very aggressively recently. The last 3 days have been very, very aggressive in the stock, coming from 0030 to a penny right now. So you've already got quite a few people in it who've made a lot of money, and they're taking profits, which is absolutely understandable. But is there momentum to keep it going? We'll see what happens. But right now, I'm looking at the 5-minute daily chart, and I see we're just above the 20-day moving average, but scattered buying. We'll see what happens with that one.
I believe this is something you have to hold, like buy and hold probably 6 months because they got a lot of things in pipeline and they just announced that they have having partnership with a big company in Switzerland, manufacturing the ammonia, which is like $100 billion a year market. Yeah, so really this is something to watch.
QSIM.
Or even to buy.
Yeah, Now, are they actually, now, because I know they list themselves as a semiconductor company.
Yeah.
Do you know if they're actually producing, or are they still in the process of getting things together?
I'm not sure, but I know that there is a lot of things, happening in the R&D department, and they have good management team, and I believe they have one of the Nobel Prize holder working with them in chemistry, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. The last one is GGTCF. This company has like good balance sheet, a lot of assets. There's no debt, but I'm not sure if it's something for long term or short term. Probably you can tell me, or you can help me to know.
Yeah, somebody told me.
GGTCF.
Yeah, somebody brought this stock up yesterday as well. This was really interesting because I have it. I'm watching it. This stock. I do have this on watch for a breakout at 270. And if it gets above 270, it'll be one that I'll start taking a much closer look at. As of right now, it's kind of funneling between 245 and like 265. So it is relatively low float. At two something. It's a higher price stock, but again, it's all about industrials right now. So it's got a catalyst, and the volume needs to pick up. Only 40,000 shares traded here. This is not necessarily something I would go long just yet. If I start seeing some real volume coming in, I would definitely, let people know more about this company.
Okay. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the tickers, dude.
Thank you.
All right, Mark. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mark. He's bringing us some good tickers, so it's one to look at. It's definitely one to look at. I see somebody bringing up USEI. USEIs. I'm going long on that one. I'm going long on USEI. I brought you guys USEI at 0006. 0006. So I'm already up in the money. I'm not cashing out just yet, but we've been bouncing between 0010 and 0013. We've just kind of been stuck in that funnel. And every time it gets to 10, I already know somebody who's like, man, every time it gets to 10, I'm buying it. That's an automatic buy. Buy those cheap shares, USEI. I hope you guys have heard the interview that Tony put out, Tony the CEO, on the company. It came out like last weekend. I retweeted it on Twitter. I'll probably post it on my account here on YouTube so people can listen to it again on USEI. But this is a stock I'm going long. 0012 on the ticker, USEI. Good volume coming in as well. I'm sure I have a little bit to do with it, but it's a stock that again the CEO is well known for promoting his company using some tactics that some people agree with, some people don't, but I like it. I like the company for long term. All right. Along with MJMJ. MJMJ is the same one. MJMJ, 004. I believe it was yesterday. 004. 005, somewhere around there, gained 20% today. So MJMJ is another 0006 stock that wasn't doing anything, and now all of a sudden it's moving, trying to work its way out of the triples, and it might be able to do that pretty soon here. It might be on the way to doing that. 222 million shares traded today, so it's got a lot of shares out there. So it needs some people to get more committed and hold. We'll see what it will do about that one. We'll see what it does about that one. Prolix. I mean, where can I go when we talk about AMD? AMD is something that I've been watching. Look at all my bars here on AMD. I've been watching this stock for a long time. And to see AMD just bust out of all resistance levels that I had marked on my chart, AMD woke up today. I mean, this was a stock that, was in between a funnel that I was watching for, almost a week and a half. And to see it bust through all my resistance levels. Now we're at 1205. a possible pullback back to 1151 could happen back to 1151, but it may not come back down. It may not come back down. But AMD is a beast, man. AMD is a beast. The stock is a beast. So one stock to definitely go long in is AMD, but be very careful because now we're pretty high up there. A pullback could be coming, or it might not. I see people bringing up PULM. It was so interesting because PULM, we thought PULM was done. This was the stock 131 on PULM. This is a stock I was watching. It got caught in a funnel, then it broke down. I was watching for a possible breakout, didn't happen, but sure enough today, it broke out of the 31st resistance and it just went nuts today. PULM. It went nuts today. Somebody's got to let me know why that was, because this came out of nowhere. This came out of nowhere on PULM. Interesting because the company offered a direct offering 2 days ago based on, how the stock was running. I thought it could be, a wrap. And then they turned around and put up a gain of almost 80% in one day. What's going on, Michael Greer? AMD was due to positive earnings. Thank you, Jay Lewis. AMD was due to possible earnings. Well, hopefully it can stay up there because earnings, earnings can create new trends for stocks, because it scares away the naysayers, shuts them up, and people who are in the stock long term, they become recommitted and buy more. So those create new trends, and AMD could be a stock that that might be in a new trend. So shout out to people in AMD who made some money today. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I love PULM. I love XGTI, ETRM. Let's look at that chart. ETRM. And after that reverse split, you guys remember when this chart used to go for like 30, 60 cents? After this reverse spread, we're talking about a more expensive stock, but got a lot fewer float out there. 33% gained on the stock today. Almost $2 of value put on the stock today. Here's the one-day chart. That is beautiful. That is beautiful because look at that. Look at that morning. You actually have an opportunity to get in when you see this. If you had any inkling, or if you were actually surfing your scanner and you saw the stock move higher, you actually had an opportunity to get in here. So many stocks we pull up today, it opens up higher. So you've got to either wait for the pullback or have confidence in the stock that it's going to beat that morning high. And many times it doesn't do that. That morning high is the high for the day, and it never ends up getting to that level again throughout the rest of the day. But ETRM, that's a beautiful open, man. You can't ask for a better open, on a stock that runs than this. Every opportunity for anybody who wanted to get in. And sure enough, it actually, crushes through the morning high. And you see strong buying into the close, which lets a lot of people know that there's could be some excitement going into tomorrow for ETRM. All right, more expensive stock though. I understand it's not cheap. $8 a share. It requires you to put up some money to make it worth your while. And I know as a penny stock trader, you're looking at ETRM at $8, and off the top you're doing the math. And you're like, well, LaSalle, I can get 50,000 shares of a 00033. So I'm well aware of that. But for the people who got it like that, ETRM could be one that you want to look at. Solid move. You're okay. James Brown says he's in at 414. Okay. Not bad, man. If you're in it at that price, not bad. ETRM was trending lower. So you must have been in the stock for some time if you're in at 414, because I don't see where ETRM was. Let me see. All right. 414 back in. All right. So back in like December or so. So you've been in that for a minute. ESP IQ, David. Yeah, ESPIQ. I'm not a big fan of the Qs. I'm not a big fan of the Qs, man, because they're just so dangerous. So dangerous. It's so funny because somebody, when DRIES was running the second day, somebody had brought up Free F, the 000 shipping play. But there's another Q shipping play that I thought would get some notoriety, but it didn't. NASDAQ's old Paragon shipping. I don't know if people remember what Paragon shipping before, they went and got delisted. PRGNF, Paragon shipping at 10 cents a share. Paragon shipping is a stock a lot of people have forgotten about. The bands are pretty tight on this, but it hasn't had much volume on PRGNF. The company is still in business though, still doing business. They just, they had gotten delisted. People are forgotten about the company, but Paragon shipping, old NASDAQ play that's just been forgotten about, Paragon shipping. All right, which is really interesting because they announced some pretty good news that they were going to retire all their outstanding senior notes on the company. So they're trying to rework the books. They're trying to rework the books. The company released a letter to shareholders about 6 months ago saying, hey, we're still in business. We're doing what we got to do to get things started here, but we'll see what happens. All right. Let's see, a couple of people bring up USMJ, North American Cannabis. Pull back today on USMJ. We're at the top of the bands here. And that's something to expect when you get outside of the higher band on the Bollingers. Looking on this one-day chart, a lot of volume in USMJ recently, and we haven't seen that since the stock was, again, this was another triple zero, triple one, triple two, that missed opportunities. All right, I'm mad at myself when I look at this chart because I'm like, why shouldn't I should have been in this? This is perfect, right in my sweet spot. 0002, 0003. All right, just bouncing back and forth in between those, in between the ones and zeros. Just waiting for more volume, and sure enough, look, you're in here at 0003. The stock's at 0014. That's a solid return on a $200, $300 investment. That's a solid return. Let's say you were in at 0003. Now you're at what? 0014. What's your gain there? 366%. Do the math. Do the math on what that looks like if you put in just $300. All right? $300 and you're up 366%. Somebody do the math on that. That's a decent return. And that's a return you're not going to get, in a matter of 30 days or less on a NASDAQ or on an NYSE stock. That's why you got to be I'm a big believer in this thing, and I'll will preaching the benefits of trading on the OTC market exchange. USMJ is working with Pura. Okay. INFI was on our list a day ago. Infinity Pharmaceuticals up 21%. Yep. Cracked all our resistance levels, man. INFI is a beast. Yeah, good company, man. INFI, they're doing some real things over there. They are announcing how they're presenting at some really interesting conferences for these nano cap bio-type plays. INFI, 251, almost 44 cents gain today in the stock alone, and which is really interesting because they had a huge volume day, by the way. People are discounting the incredible volume that INFI had today, almost 4 million shares, where the average only 2 a day. So huge buying today in the stock. This could be a multiple day run here. 601, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Sal?
Doing good. Who am I speaking with?
This is Relative 969. I'm really new to your show, new to stocks, but there is 2 questions I wanted to ask and kind of get your opinion on. USEI. Now, as you mentioned before, that stock kind of fluctuates between 0010 and 0013. and I was one of the individuals who got in at 0010.
Okay.
Now, when I see the stock go up to 0012 or 0013, obviously I see profits there, and sometimes I cash out.
Okay.
Now, what I want to know is that a good way to play the stock, or is that not necessarily good strategy when it comes to stock market?
Well, I mean, it's. I'm not saying it's good or it's bad, because profit is profit. I mean, if you want to take your profits, by all means, you're free to do so. But usually at these levels, even though you see people doing that, you hold in for even higher, for more money, for more gains, right? Because again, you can take the 0013, but you're in the stock hoping that you can get even more, right? So as you take profits, you're paying that slippage, right? That $10, that $9 every single time. And by all means, if you can do it and it's a cash cow for you, then those numbers might work for you. But I could almost guarantee if you were to stick around, right, and then allow the stock to run, which will happen. Again, you don't have to take this advice, but it might work better for you, because every single time you come back into the stock, you giving your broker just more money, on that slippage. So every time you go in back in and out, the $9, that $9, that $9, and you risk might not, maybe not being able to get out at 13 again. So, and not only that, you're probably also buying at a higher price, because next time you might get in, it might be at 11, it might be at 12. Who knows when you might be able to see 10 again when you sell at 13 or 12. So it's always a risk that you play. But again, if it does work for you, by all means, stick with the strategy. But I would love to, hang on to the cheaper shares that I have, and if I see it at 10, I only buy more and add to my cheaper shares. So that would be my strategy. But if it's working for you, by all means, do what you want to do.
Okay, thank you for that advice. And I actually did buy back in at 0010.
Okay.
My next question is, obviously, when you get ready to sell a stock, you set a limit. You say, I want to sell this amount of stocks at this price.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I put in what I did. I put in an order to sell a certain number of stocks at a certain price. But my broker actually sold a partial amount of my stocks at a price, and I was charged at $9, at $10 that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what I wanted my broker to do. So my question to you is that something that brokers are allowed to do, make a decision for you? Because that's not what I wanted. I didn't want them to sell a partial amount of my stocks, because I knew they were going to charge me that $10. I wanted them to sell the whole thing, but they only sold a partial amount.
Yeah.
So are they allowed to do that?
Yeah, there should be a setting when you sell. I want to say, and guys in the chat room could probably correct me if I'm wrong. There should be a setting where it's like all or nothing, or it might be worded as fill or kill. I'm sure you guys in the chat room could probably remind me on that. But there's a way, if you put in the limit, right? Simple, it's just a clean limit order. Then yes, they can fill a partial, percentage of your order. But they shouldn't charge you another $9.99, or that shouldn't be the case, because your order, that $9.99, should be for all the shares that you were looking to sell. That is pretty strange. Who's your broker?
TD Ameritrade, because now the order is canceled. I mean, that's what really worried me. I could understand if they were still trying to file that order, but once they sold that 10,000 shares, now the order is no longer active. It's canceled.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because people in the chat room are saying, it's called all or none. Yeah, there's a setting when you go and when it's time to sell, where you can put all or none. So either the broker will, sell all the shares in one order, or none at all, and just simply cancel the order. But yes, they do have, if you do not choose that setting, they do have the right to fill a partial percentage of that order, if that's the only buyer they can find at that price, and with those amount of shares. Unfortunately, yes, sir.
Okay. That's all I want to know. Thank you for your advice and love your show and keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call. Yeah, I mean, that situation's pretty tough. It's a pretty tough situation. But yeah, that setting is called all or none. So when you go to sell, you set your order for all or none. All or none. So that forces your broker to say, hey, look, either you're going to find an order that's going to match all my shares, or you just go ahead and cancel that order. All right. And then you should also be able to select good, for today, good for 60, or, until canceled, or some setting like that. Until some setting, and that should happen. That should be in your broker's platform. Yeah. Yeah, TD has great customer service. I would actually reach out to TD about that. But they have great customer service. But check your settings on that platform when it's time to sell. Those settings are very, very important for you to do, especially when you're playing with these penny stocks. You want to make sure, of course, you don't have a choice. You got to use a limit order, but also you're using all or none. All or none, especially when you're buying. All or none is very important when you're buying, because the broker will try to fill you in partially, and then you're going to have to adjust the buy and buy the second portion of at a higher price, which is bullshit. 703, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, Sal? It's me, Fisher. How are you?
Hey, doing good. Who am I speaking with?
Fisher.
Oh, what's going on, man?
None of you. And you was right. TradingView, that site is just gorgeous.
Yes.
It gives you the news, the market, the company's, what do you call it, market value,
yes.
And their things. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I love TradingView. I'm a big fan of TradingView. I have a pro account at TradingView. I just haven't been able to find a broker yet that has, gives me just all the opportunity, all the options that TradingView offers, including indicators, being able to share, my screen with other people, and all the tickers that I want, the chat that's built into the platform. There's a lot of things that comes with TradingView that I really, really like.
And you can follow every time you talk about a stock. I check on TradingView and I just click follow.
Yeah.
And I just follow those companies.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, quick question, because this is the time of the season. Mm-hmm. Hey, talk about like how to do taxes. Because do I get a lawyer? Do I get like some of these people, like, what do you call it, online with the programs, or do I need to go face to face with people?
Yeah, I mean, because I trade under a corporation, I have a corporate account with my broker, so I trade under a corporation. I don't trade under my name. But with how I used to do it, I always went to somebody, because when it comes to that kind of stuff, I don't like to play games with the government and their money. So I always go to somebody, and even though it's not free and it does cost you some money, I just like the fact that I can put it on somebody else if shit, don't come right. And I don't use those people on the corner, fast taxes or anything. I go to a reputable, accountant that has his little, operation going. He's well respected in the community. I, sometimes going through, like, maybe you might have a real estate connect who can help you out with that. Somebody you can establish a real good rapport with. And it's going to cost you a little bit. It's going to cost you a little bit more than those corner store guys. But what you get is professional, you get professional documentation that you could be able to look on year from now, 2 years from now. I go back and look at my tax records. And I'm so happy I went to a professional, because everything I need or is ever requested from me, I have a well put together, tax record by a professional. So that's, if you're looking at and you take your trading seriously, and when I talk about trading, as a business and looking at yourself as a business, you want to make sure you have proper record keeping, especially when it comes to your finances, man. And whether or not you were profitable, or even if you lost money, there are ways that you can be able to find dollars here and there, but you're going to need a professional to help you do that.
Cool. Dude, that was the best solid logical information I ever heard. I mean,
Appreciate
it is
it.
true. You pay for what you get.
Yeah,
and
really do.
Cool. Hey, but quick question. This is off the topic. I'm trying to put some more money into the stock, but there's one thing that's killing me, and maybe you can help me.
Mm-hmm.
Is I have like a $70,000, maybe $80,000 student loan debt, and one of them has like a 13 to 12% interest rate.
Okay.
You know how I can drop that or make it less?
I mean, have you talked to the debt holder about it? I mean, like who manages it?
It was Sally, man. Now it's Naveed.
Navient. Yeah, Navient. I've dealt with them before. I've definitely.
Now they're doing bullshit.
Yeah, I've definitely dealt with them before. It's so funny because I have a video where I got $53,000 in student loans deleted off my account, and most of those were with Navient. In fact, if you look at the video, they were all with Navient. So if you can, I would dispute the shit out of those if you can. They have not came after me for the money. I don't think they ever will come after me for it. And I've made it very clear to them, I ain't gonna pay the shit either because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I just went to school and whatever they said, click here, I did it. So,
me too.
You know, with that being said, they ain't getting $1 from me. But
because,
I would dispute it though. I would definitely dispute it because Navient is managing it. I can almost assure you they're not going to come personally for you because Navient doesn't garnish wages or dig into your bank account or anything like that. So I would just dispute the shit out of it and try to see what happens.
Even with the cosign, because technically my cosign is my mother,
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, my dad
I
was,
don't want to put her into debt.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, my dad was a cosigner on a couple of my loans, and again, I got those off my account, off my record, and then dropped off his as well too. My parents just bought a house not maybe 2 months ago, so I already know it's not an issue for him because my old man, I know, when I was going through it and getting the calls, he was getting it too. He was pretty pissed off about it. But once I took care of that issue, it fell off his report too. So and it was good not hearing from him about that. But just go ahead and dispute the shit, man. Dispute it until they really get tired of you, and they will delete that off your credit.
Thank you, sir. I do apologize. It should be a Friday thing, but it's been bugging the hell out of me.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for reaching out.
Okay, and have a good evening, and thank you for the show again.
Not a problem. Thanks for the call. Yeah, man. I mean, those student loans, man. They again, man. I was young, going to school. You just trying to get your shit paid. You know what I'm saying? All you know is that you owe the school so much thousands of dollars, and you're going into the financial aid, and they're saying, okay, go to this website, click here, and that's what I did. And I haven't gotten the kind of job that I thought I would get after getting this degree. I haven't gotten the kind of, job that I wanted. You guys know I was living in New York City, college degree, I was so happy, excited about my future. Couldn't get in the door anywhere. I ended up at a recruiting place called Kelly Services. And they wanted me to go and work in the mailroom at a place called Prudential. I don't know if it's a bank, insurance company, or what. But they wanted me to work in the mailroom. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I just graduated like 6 weeks ago with this college degree, and you want me to work in the mailroom for, I would think they were offering like $8.50 an hour or some bullshit. It was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I had $50,000 of student loans. 864, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, I'm listening to the show right now, and I got a question for the host. Well, look, I've been watching. I've been YouTubing a lot of stuff the past 2 hours about this penny stock thing, and I want to get out of my job. Now, obviously, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. I see that, but I'm looking at this as probably one of the fastest ways to actually get out of my job. I just need to know the basics, man. Where do I go to get started? How much do I need? Where do I go to learn to read these line graphs and charts that I'm watching on screen here? I just need to get started.
All right. Well. I mean, that's the one thing about my show is that I guess it's not necessarily the most beginner friendly show out there. I always let people know I started trading, learning from Tim Sykes, and he has a training program where he gets people up to speed on the lingo as well as the charts and the brokers you need to use. You can email me if you have a pen, happypennystocks@gmail.com. We got some DVDs that we share here in the chat room and in the Discord room that can help you at least be able to understand what you're looking at when you see a chart, how to pull up stocks that are in play, the lingo, a little bit of what we do as traders, and how we kind of talk about the stocks and share information in between each other. But yeah, email me at happypennystocks@gmail.com because that in itself is 2.5, 3 hours. But it's going to require you a lot of studying. I've been doing this now almost 5 years here on YouTube. So it's definitely not an overnight thing. Definitely not an overnight thing. And I have different other sources of income that I use, to pay my bills. But don't get it twisted, man. You can make a lot of money trading penny stocks. You can make a lot of money.
All I want to do is if I can just supplement this income I got now to where I can do something like this maybe full time, that would be cool. I understand I'm not going to quit my job right away. I know that much. But I just got to get out of this 9-to-5 thing, dude. I'm 44 years old. 4 kids. It's time to do something. Let me get your email. Give me that again. Happy what?
Yes, Happy Penny Stocks.
Happy Penny Stocks
@gmail.com. And somebody's also mentioning Sasha Ed for coffee. I'll put that in the email for him.
All right. Okay, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. We'll definitely, hook you up with that and email me. Somebody's saying I should start my own DV. Yeah, I mean, we'll hook them up with the Tim Sykes stuff just because it's got really good, information in it that I know it will definitely open your eyes to the possibilities out here. But yeah, becoming a full-time trader is very, very, very difficult. And I don't want to fool you and make you think it's easy because it's definitely not easy. I've lost a lot of money. I've made a lot of money as well. But it's also going to include you trading not only just OTC stuff, which we talk about, but NASDAQ and, in higher price stuff too as well. If you're looking to do it full-time, you definitely have to include those kind of companies in your trading. But yeah, we'll get all into that. But man, definitely it starts with you emailing me first. So go ahead and email me and I'll definitely send that out to you. All right.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call. All right. Yeah. Look, I know my show isn't the most beginner friendly. I get that. I definitely get that. But, I always have you guys go to those, gurus, Tim Sykes and all these other guys who want to charge you $200 a month to give you their regurgitated information. And once you get the basics, then you come over here and you listen to the tickers that are in play. That's the biggest thing that bothered me when I was signed up with Profitly and Tim Sykes and all that, because they giving you so much game and stunting on their, hey, look at this $2,000 I made today, guys. And everybody's like, yeah, congrats. But damn, motherfucker, you ain't telling me what to play. I mean, give me, what's the tickers, man? Give me some hot shit so that I can review and put myself in a position to get a check. You know what I'm saying? That's some real shit, man. All they do over there is sucking each other's dick. Look at my $3,000 gain. Look at my $4,000 gain. Look at my $6,000 gain. Okay, but that was an $80,000 position. That was a $30,000 position. This is 2013. I only got $10,000. What am I supposed to? I can't put all my money on that one play like that. So I need you to get realistic with me. I need you to tell me where can I make some money on this $300 and $400 that I got right now. Okay, you ain't gonna show me how to do that? All right, then I need to go start my own thing. I need to go do my own thing. Because I can't keep giving you this $150 every month and you ain't fucking helping me. Real shit. You're not doing nothing for me, man. I co-sign this motherfucker every day on this show. I don't get nothing for it from him. I got the link up or whatever. Who knows how many people I done sent to the dude? You know, every time his name popped, somebody put his name, you can't help but see some of my shit right next to his videos. You can't help but not see it. You know? So go there for the foolishness, but when you want the real shit, come over here. Come over here. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. You know? We going to win some, we going to lose some. It is what it is. Y'all know sometimes I've made some calls in here and they've gone horribly wrong. But guess what? That same night, I'm back up on here. I'm back up on here. It is what it is. You know? And we not going to suck each other's dick in here. Don't get me wrong. I'll clap for you if you make some money. But ain't nobody going to suck your dick around here. Because that money ain't going to me. You know, you ain't going to give me none of that. I mean, can I keep it real? I mean, can I keep it real? Whatever you gain ain't coming to me. Anyway, 510, you're on the air. What's up? 510. All right, man. Fucking up the flow.
Yeah, hi.
Hello? Hello? See what I'm saying, man?
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Get out of here, man. Fucking up the flow, man. Fucking up the flow. Damn. Shit. Nah. Let me calm down, man. Let me calm down here. 347, you're on the air. What's up?
Yo, man, fuck these haters, Sal. Fuck these haters. Listen,
you already
Sal,
know what it is, man. Is this Big Shag?
Yeah, it's Big Shag, bro. Tell them your price is up. Tell them your price is up, Sal. Tell them no more free ads.
There it
There
is,
130 people in here right now, man. Your price is up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my prices is up. In fact,
That's it.
I got an ad right now that started just before this show. I got an ad. They dropped $2,500 for that. I said, look, you $2,500 or nothing. If you look, you can't put no ad on my channel unless you giving me you gonna cut me a check. That's a fact.
Yep.
You either gonna cut me a check or you giving me access to a product for free. I have this equity feed on my chart right now. This equity feed, and everybody go to equity feed, sign up. But I get use of the product for free. I get use of the product for free. I don't pay shit for it. If you want to do business with me, you gonna either gonna cut me a check, or you gonna have access, give me access to your product or service. That's a fact.
Tell them I've been doing this 5 years. Where's my money?
There it is, man.
Look how many people got. Look how many people got my stream. Look how quickly I'm doing this.
Where's my money? This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, man. We gonna be a lot bigger than this.
Oh, forget about it. You know, Sal. You know better than anyone, bro. You work more than anyone in the chat room right now, Sal.
Appreciate it, man.
Multiple sources of income. Got these people going through your stuff, man. Tell them, listen, man. I'm open to ads, but man, my price is up.
There it is,
That's
man.
it.
Appreciate it, Big Shag. I know you got some picks for us, though.
Of course. You know, Sal. You already know, Sal. Me and you on the same tone. We're trying to make money.
There it is, man.
Trying to make it in life, man. Trying to make it. I'm just gonna get my watch list for tomorrow because shifting focus a little bit from swing to more day trading type of style, whatever. Because recently a lot of stuff is just setting up now. There's nothing really too crazy I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
But EVOK is the chart looks good. I had a little bit of a line today.
It's a classic EVOK. Is a classic spiker.
Yeah.
EVOK at 281.
I like this over the 290 level. I'll buy in there. If it can pick up some volume, hopefully. Watching that for the curl back up. I mean, I had that day, the 30th, so I'm going to watch it carefully. Because this is sort of looking like the PULM daily chart that it had, where it had that nice day, pulled back for a couple days, and then now, it ripped again, and it's actually today. It had a good day today too, so I'm gonna be watching that. Also, PULM. Probably, I got a really good trade on this. The 27th. where it pulled back. I think it was 27th or 26th, where it pulled back in the morning. I got it right at the open, man, and I got that towards. I mean, I saw a little bit early. I saw a little too early, but you take your profits and go, man. Especially in stocks. For any new beginner out there, listen, man, don't be greedy. Don't be trying to hold it. Think it's going to go to the moon. Have your set price target, your set price loss, the amount of money you're willing to lose, the price level you're willing to lose at, and just hit a level where you're like, okay, whether or not it goes above or below this, above or it consolidates at this area, just take your profits, because, if you don't have some sort of consistency, you're not going to make it, man. You're not going to make it. Anyone listen out there.
Yeah.
EVOK, PULM, and then the ETRM today, man. In the morning today with ETRM, pretty sure that Ross at Warrior Trading had his guys jump on this, which, man, fuck Warrior Trading. I hate to hate on the chat, but man, they're killing those poor people in that chat room, man.
Yeah.
I think that's what caused him in the morning to have this. Well, not just him, obviously, but he kind of started the little pump going on in the morning. And then I wasn't really watching this because of that until it started breaking up a little bit.
This had really no news, right? I mean, this I would go figure if this came out of a chat room, because it came so late too. It came out like 3 o'clock. It really did this 3 o'clock move, and then the morning rush into the stock as well.
Yeah. Let me check the float on this real quick.
And personally, at $8 a share, it's kind of like for me. I don't know. Now it's because that's me putting up some serious cash to actually see some real gains from it. On ETRM, 33% though. That's 30. That's still good money though.
Yeah. Hold on. Give me a second. Sorry. Oh yeah. It has according to Yahoo, it's a 1.5 mil float, and according to FinViz, it's 3.4, and the short float's 33%.
Yeah.
So this thing can move. Obviously today. I was thinking about getting in this at around the $7 area, because it's kind of like bounce around that midday, like around lunchtime. And I wish I did. It had around, what time is that? It's like 2 o'clock, where it bounced off of the $7 actually exactly, and then it kind of had a lower, higher low. I was actually looking at it here, and I just didn't take it. I just didn't take the trade, and then volume actually wound up coming in. But late day after hours, it was almost at $9 now, man. It's crazy. But I'm gonna watch this in the morning. Same thing with profit takers or bounce out, or wait for some sort of pullback in the morning, and then I'll probably jump in that.
Yeah.
And then 1 second, and pull up the other one. Where is it? Sorry. Oh yeah, VRS is still on watch.
VRI.
Yeah, VRS. It actually is at that $8 level now that we talked about. But if it could break over this 200 day, I'm gonna join in for a swing. Not for day trade. But it's looking nice here at the $8 level. We might see a pullback back to around the 717 level. Or it'd be nice if you can get like kind of mid range around 750. This way it looks healthy for a bullish uptrend instead of just like a. Because I think if this hits the 717, it's just gonna look like a channel bounce where it just bounce up and down, and then I don't want that, because we might not see anything for a couple months of that. But and yeah, that's really it. For the things I'm looking at tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it,
All right.
Shaq. Appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. Sal, get this money, man.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Big Shaq.
Have a good night.
All right. Appreciate it, man. And Big Shaq with a good call. Out of all his picks, I know he's definitely, got the money in these higher price stocks. EVOK, I kind of agree with that one too, like somebody mentioned in the chat room. EVOK, it's, when it does spike, it doesn't hold its gain, so that's the only one. But if you can get it at the price he's talking about, and it does move, then by all means take your profits and run with it. But it does spike, definitely does spike, and you're already up kind of high here on, let me see here on the 1-day chart. Are we below the 20? So we're just below the 20-day moving average on this 1-day chart here. And volume, 350,000 shares for a NASDAQ stock. You want to see a little bit more than that. But, again, there's not much action in the stock right now. There hasn't been any news dropped. But to go long here, I think you're still kind of high to go long. And based on what the chart is doing, you might be able to get in even cheaper. But the fact that there was a sideways day for the stock, no gain or loss today in the stock, looks like it might have some support here at 280. But it's one to watch because, when was this? February. Hold on, that was. You actually dipped lower today in the morning. You dipped as low as 270 in the morning. You just happened to find your way back to the price of the open. But you were at 270 today in the morning in the stock. So you might be able to get this one cheaper, EVOK. You might be able to get this one cheaper. All right, but I'll definitely put it on watch, though. I'll put it on watch because it does have a relatively low float. I don't know what the market cap is. $35 million market cap. It's definitely where I want to be. Small company that can really move if some good information drops. EVOK is the ticker. I like that one out of all the other ones he brought up. EVOK. And PULM, though. PULM, of course. PULM. I don't know if that's going to have another day of running, though. That was kind of a chart play. 514, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Who am I speaking with?
My name's Ricky. We're from Canada.
All right, Ricky. Appreciate it, man. What you got for us?
I was wondering, I just started, man, and I'd like to know about DYRS.
And can you say that ticker one more time?
DYRS.
DRIES. Okay, DRYRS. DRIES, incredibly low float. Just basically running on pure excitement and adrenaline from traders. Disappointing day today on volume. That's what really kind of led that day today was we didn't get up to the numbers that we were used to on DRIES. Ended up on down. I want to say we got to less than 400 million traded, which was interesting because yesterday we were at over 750 million traded in the stock. Let me see here. DRIES should be on our list. DRIES. So yes, actually DRIES, $562 million traded in the stock today. That's significantly lower. Yeah, significantly lower than where we were yesterday in DRIES. So we'll see. We got to put up a lot of buying has to come into the stock to move it. It's low float. It's low float, but we got a lot of people holding multiple days. We got some people who are still in it who are have gains. So DRIES, just as long as the momentum is there, you'll start seeing higher prices. If we have the momentum tomorrow, it'll go higher. If not, it'll go lower.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate all your info, and I love your show, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man.
Have a good one.
You as well. Yeah, DRIES is it's a good company, man. Well, actually, it's not a good company, but it's a good stock. It's a good stock to play when it's going in the right direction. The company itself is shit. It's horribly managed, well over leveraged, but it's low float. It gets people really excited because so many people have made money on this stock before. So it's almost like seeing a best friend from high school again. You're like, oh my God, DRIES. Oh, DRIES. I got to have you. You know what I mean? Come over. You know what I'm saying? I say I got to have you. Come over for dinner or some shit like that. Let's go out to eat. Let's catch up. That's what you say when you see DRIES running because you know in the past you've made some money on it. And when it's not doing so well, though, nobody loves DRIES. So we'll see tomorrow. I think one more day. Some people are saying you can squeeze out one more run. And maybe today was just, an opportunity for the stock to pull back and, people to get their heads straight. I won't count it out just yet because, again, it does have a float, I believe, less than 1 million shares. Less than 1 million shares. So we'll see what happens with DRIES. All right, we'll see what happens with DRIES. DRYS. All right, somebody brought it up. TD Ameritrade has shares to short on what, Robert? On DRIES? Hey, don't get caught slipping now. Don't get caught slipping on DRIES, man, because you try to short DRIES and it catches something on you. That'd be your whole account, man. PURA, 18% gain in PURA. We had a stock we just talked about that had a deal with PURA. What was that stock? Somebody said PURA had a deal with them that we just talked about. 8 cents on the stock today on PURA. This is another one that's coming from, sub 00 territory. Coming from sub 00 territory. This was back in September at 0057. At 0057. Actually, let me see here. This was 0057. If my math is right here, 0057 PURA back in October, late September in the stock, and now trading at about 8 cents a share. PURA, so nice move for that stock. Get rid of that. Nice move for that stock here, 8 cents a share. There's another one. $80 million market cap. I'm not sure if it deserves a market cap that high, but it's running, and by all means, play the chart if you can. But I don't know if I'd get in this high though. It found some support there at that 6 cents a share though. We're well above the 20-day moving average. Let's see on the daily chart. All right, so yeah, even on the daily chart, we're above the 20-day moving average. If I put some other average lines up there too as well, 30, above the 30, well above the 200, of course. But yeah, PURA doing some things. USMJ. I see Ryan gets it bringing up USMJ. Yeah, this is another one that, we talked about earlier, was in the triples, and then all of a sudden just blew out. And that's what I expect so many triples. Again, when you're looking at a triple, you want to see the company is still compliant in filings, still releasing news. If they're still compliant in filings, still releasing news, if you've got some extra money on the side, put it in there. As long as that doesn't have, let me see here, because this one actually, I don't want to say never to companies that have multiple trillions of dollars or trillions of shares, because I have a stock that we haven't even gotten to, Strikeforce Technologies, which was on the gain list today. That's an old winner, Strikeforce Technologies. That has multiple billions of shares out there. And sure enough, USMJ has got 12 billion shares outstanding. It's got over 12 billion shares outstanding and 12 billion floating. That's interesting. So 12 billion shares outstanding, 12 billion floating. So who owns the damn company? If that's the case, man, who owns the damn company? So 12 billion shares floating of USMJ out there as of December 31st. So if that number is right, USMJ still running regardless. You got a lot of people with a lot of shares out there. And you look, over 622 million shares were traded today. So almost 1 billion shares traded in USMJ today. But as you can see here, if we got a float of 12 billion, that means we need significantly more volume in order to really send this stock to levels, that's going to make real big profits for people. All right, we need way more volume than what we see right now. Way more volume. All right. Let me see here. CARA. Cara Therapeutics. Yeah, this is a little bit out of our price range here. It's running very nicely, though. Looks like it's one of those Trump stocks. As you can see here, really nice move here on CARA, which is really interesting because it was a penny stock not too long ago, traded at about $5, $6, $7 before the election. Trump mover, pulled back, and has been going higher ever since. So $1 gain today, almost 7% gain today in the stock. All right. Yeah, we I know we're talking about a lot of stocks. We're really growing through it. But I mean, obviously, when you watch the show, you're not just, you got a pen and a paper in your hand, or at least, your word pad out or some shit like that, and whatever comes up that might interest you, you're doing some research on your end on the side. There were a couple stocks today that made some really interesting moves. BTCS, you guys remember, this is the Bitcoin play. This is the Bitcoin stock. It's pretty much gone sideways for some time now. It could run again. It's really interesting. The company released a company presentation today, kind of just going over the business and where they are, where they see themselves. I'll post that in the chat room. They released it today, this morning. Had a slight move on the stock today, almost 4% gained on BTCS, but there was an interesting presentation. They put out just a couple PowerPoint sheets explaining their business, where they're going, where they're moving forward, current venture capital that is invested in the service, as well as a corporate overview for 2016 by the company CEO Charles Allen, young guy too, by the way. And they're really looking to build this into a real company, believe it or not. BTCS, a lot of people talk a lot of shit about the stock, and it's been around for a while, but they really are trying to do something. The value proposition for BTCS is, besides the deep industry experience and the relationships that they've been able to garner since they've been trading for so long, but they provide shareholder exposure, to a real complex industry. I don't really have an understanding of Bitcoin per se, but they do. So their job is to track, or provide you with an accurate assessment of where, this digital asset is going to be headed. So if you trade, Bitcoin and looking to process Bitcoin, then they're your people. But go ahead and look at that corporate filing to see if it's something that interests you. All right, got one more call here. 469, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, Sal? It's Howard here.
Hey, Howard, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, dude, I called in a few days ago. I remember I talked about JCPenney.
Yes, you did talk about JCPenney.
What's up, brother? What's up?
I mean, what do you like about it? Obviously, you did.
Well,
speak
I'm not
a little
really
bit
talking
about
JCPenney's again. I'm sorry. What?
Oh, I mean, do you still like it though? I'm just kind of curious on maybe an update for you, or you pretty much done with it?
I'm holding.
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm at, just throw some numbers. I'm around 4% loss, so not too bad. I got in at a really low price point.
Got it. Okay, no problem.
Hey, dude, I was actually, I'll keep it 100 with you as well, because you keep it pretty real on it. You were talking about pin sites and some of those chat rooms that sort of lure a lot of newbies in, and they throw these programs at their face. It's like 200, 400, 500 levels, and all this BS on there. Dude, so I was actually, there was another guy like you. He was streaming, okay? And then I actually was about to start something with him because, I have a few side businesses as well. And my first company was actually like a marketing and SEO company. So I thought it would be a good synergy. But, he evolved into one of these, man. And I won't put the names out there, but, I mean, they're active right now and all this stuff. And I don't know, man. It's so this is pretty unique. I mean, I started watching you not too long ago, but it seems like this is not one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, not at all, man. I'm not here to teach anybody how to trade. I'm very clear. People know I'm a promoter. I'm out here doing what I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
that's right.
I love creating and doing business with these small companies and creating a market for their shares. And If they want to go through me to reach you guys, I'm very, very clear about where I stand, and most people know where I stand on that. So, and if you like it, by all means, join up. If not, it is what it is. But I'll continue to, show you guys great stocks that are trading on OTC markets, because I want to find that 1 in 1,000 that ends up being that company that can make me 10,000, 20,000% and end up on the NASDAQ or the Dow, and I'll cash out. So I plan on doing this for a long time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so I know that we're on air and stuff. So how does somebody talk to you about partnership or possible joint ventures or mutual beneficial opportunities? How do I reach you? How do I contact you?
Yeah, just email me, happypennystocks@gmail.com. Let me know what you're talking about. It. Let me know what's in it for me.
Cool.
Throw some numbers out there. I mean, I don't like the vague stuff, so throw some numbers out there. How does it benefit the people I talk to? Because there's got to be some value in it for them. Because I don't like throwing bullshit out there. It's got to be a win-win. Sure. Yeah, it's got to be a win-win situation. So.
All right, brother. That sounds good.
Right. So email me there, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, Sal. Thanks.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you on air to show you I'm serious. But, hey, let's see. I do love this stock, WHLR.
Okay.
It's another real estate play, but it pays great dividends. Super low volume, but the dividend is treating me pretty nicely. So
how much is the dividend?
Throwing it out there for the. Last time I checked, it was like 30% or something.
Okay.
What do you think, Sal?
Man, $1.70, and they're paying a dividend on $1.70. Stock trades at $1.70. Market cap only. Wow. Okay. You don't see companies with this small of a market cap, $114 million. Given a dividend. Typically, that's for companies with a lot of cash. But I mean, real estate investment trusts, it makes sense for them to have a dividend. They're probably sitting on a lot of cash. Don't know too much about this company though. Let me see here.
Yeah, they own retail lots and like commercial strip mall corners and stuff like that.
Yeah, they've got a very low stock price for an investment trust. I see here not too long ago, about 2 years ago, they traded at about $3 or $4 a share. It's been some time since last earnings November, 4 cents a share. Earnings. Yeah, I would have to do more research on this. Honestly, I can't answer your question on this one.
What do you think about CHK, Chesapeake?
Yeah, Chesapeake, man, this is a stock that I followed for a long time. Chesapeake bearish right now. Here's the thing with Chesapeake is that the price of natural gas right now, we had a weaker, well, we actually had, in certain states, we had a weaker than expected winter. Of course, you had your snowstorms in New York, Connecticut, whatnot. But, it didn't get as cold as they wanted to in your Midwestern states. It just didn't get cold. It just didn't get cold enough.
Yeah.
And CHK is paying the price over the last year. But, looks like it found a bottom here. Oh, man, let me see it. CHK, where are we at on the 30-day? Yeah, so even on the 30-day, we're under the 200 moving average. We're under the 20. We're under the 30. So,
well, it looks like it's bouncing off the 22-day. So maybe here's a little chance to get in for this month or something.
CHK. Yeah, and I thought this would be a Trump winner, and it looks like it was for a while. I mean, it moved since November. But looks like it's pulling back a little bit here. But Chesapeake it's one that you just gotta watch the price of natural gas, in order to see here. What's that UNG? Is it still running with UNG? Let's see here.
Natural gas. Gas.
Let's see if it's still running with UNG, because typically it ran with that stock, and see if it still does. And I believe it still does. It was pretty close. Okay, yeah. So when I see UNG turn up, then I get back into something like Chesapeake. But, until then, as long as I'm seeing natural gas suffering, I stay far away from from CHK.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at natural gas. Let me see here. Where are we at right now? 315. 315. And all the technicals are saying, whether it be monthly, daily, even hourly, all staying strong sell on natural gas right now. So let me see a 1 week chart. All right. Yeah, well, right now until natural gas turns up, I'll stay away from CHK. But that's just me, though.
Yeah. Hey, let me throw this last one at you, brother.
No problem.
ETE, Energy Transfer Equity. It's an $18 stock. But I would like to hear your opinion.
All right. This is a natural gas. All right, so significantly bigger company than CHK. Right? I think
they're building the Dakota Access.
Yeah, ETE, almost twice as big as CHK. Wow, they're definitely sitting on a lot more cash. They're relatively affordable too. 17 times earnings for that big of a market cap. That's relatively affordable. $18 a share, but I can almost guarantee you they were about a lot higher not too long. Yep, there it is right there. So, I mean, they paid the price for low natural gas prices, but in a different way. This was a $35 stock when natural gas traded a lot higher. But you saying they have a part to play in the Dakota pipeline?
Yeah, that's what I read online from a few chat rooms and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a strong catalyst. So I'm not sure what part they play in that and what could be going on with them. But this is a stock again I can't really give you too much on. When you're talking about companies in the billions of market caps, there's some other things going on there that you're going to have to look into and really look over the financials and see. But based on technicals here, you're sitting pretty. Not over the last 30 days hasn't looked too bad for you. If you get in now, anyway. If you get in now, you've got some support here at 1767, going as far back. Let me see here. You got some support here. That was the 19th. What's your 30-day low? So your 30-day low is 1702. So you're about $1 up from the 30-day. Okay. Let's see the daily chart if we can get. I can't. All right, so the stock gapped up. Do you know why the stock gapped up there on yesterday? What happened yesterday?
I have no idea. I'm actually thinking, when he signed that executive order, this might take off. So I have no idea what happened yesterday. Nothing happened with oil yesterday. Nothing huge.
Yeah, I don't see. I probably agree with you that this does have something to do with the Dakota pipeline, because I'm looking through the news of the stock. I see a lot of Dakota pipeline articles about this company. And then yesterday, federal officials greenlight Dakota Access Pipeline.
Boom.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So if you're looking to stick around for a while, it might be worth it. It might just be worth it.
All righty. Cool.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, brother. Keep it up.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate the call. But yeah, man, these more expensive stocks, you're dealing with a lot of other issues that they've got to deal with. Fed rates, obviously you got to see what natural gas prices are doing. You've got to see, what other companies are doing. Whereas when we talk about OTCs and we're talking about these small micro cap and nano cap companies that offer maybe one or two products, and if they are, a resource-based play, all you've got to do is really look at the price of the underlying commodity to know whether or not to buy or sell, just because they're so vulnerable to that price. All right, but a company like this has got a lot of other issues. And the books, the most important. You got to look at those books at an $18 stock. 270, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, man, this is Luke.
What's going on, Luke? What you got for us?
There's a stock that I've been looking at. It's EFFI.
Yeah, EFFI is one that I've definitely. Big Shag, I do see you here. PTX is one that I'll look into in a second. EFFI, 20% on EFFI. This is one that we've talked about in the past. This is a very popular OTC, well, was a very popular OTC stock. It could come back again. Interesting. This is a 0036 stock right now. How did this stock get your attention?
Oh, well, it is Florida when they passed the Prop 64. I guess it's the only company in Florida that deals within the marijuana industry, I guess.
Okay.
And I was just looking on my account and how the asking price of the stock right now is $2,000. What could that mean? Like somebody just bought one share at $2,000, or why would it say that?
What's your broker?
TD Ameritrade.
Okay. I don't have TD open. I'm looking at the real-time bid and ask. I'm seeing 0014, 0015. I don't see 1,000. I don't know what. Maybe something. There's something funny in there. But I mean, if somebody puts in, somebody can buy a ton of shares and sure put that in as an order they wish to or dreaming to sell the stock at. That can throw off the bid and ask spreads. But I mean, when you're talking about after hours, you're going to see a lot of funny numbers on the bid and ask spreads on a lot of these OTC plays. But I would just ignore it. I mean, this is not going to go for $1,000 a share. Just looking at the news here. And you said it's based in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if let me pull up because I think they're actually based somewhere else. Let me see here. All right, so when I pull up the quarterly report, I see they're based actually in Vegas. It's a Vegas play, which isn't a bad thing because I believe Nevada just approved medical marijuana as well.
Well, they took over the Future Farms company, which is in Florida. The only one in Florida.
Okay. So they have a subsidiary in Florida. Okay, all right. Let's stay on today's technology. Hydroponics.
You still in MJNA? Is that a good hold?
MJNA, yeah, I'm in MJNA long term MJNA. MJNA long term. That's slightly good day. It was a pretty good day today. Well, just 4% though. But that's a long term. Hoping to get out at 25, and we'll see if they can get there. EFFI, going back to EFFI though. Okay, interesting. This is like an indoor plant hydroponics sales and service. Okay. This reminds me of a stock like SRNA. But okay, website describes a little bit of their business. EFFI, all right, 0036. 0036. What's the volume been like here? Okay, 16 million shares. So you had a really good volume day today in EFFI. Some people taking some positions in here. I'll definitely put that on a list and one to watch. 20% gain in the stock today. It's been kind of trending here between 28 and 38 for the last couple of days, but I can see here it's slowly working its way up there. Here in 2017. Appreciate the call, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks for the call. Yeah. EFFI. Definitely one to watch here at 0036. That might be a good hold for somebody. Off its highs. Looks like January 23rd, just last week. Almost a week or two ago now. January 23rd. That was just last Thursday. You were sprinkled up there at 0046, 0047. So you've pulled back a little bit. I do see here January 17th, you were at 0025. So this is definitely a mover, man. Definitely a mover. Pulled back here, EFFI. Might be one to watch. I saw Big Shag bring up BIOS. BIOS, 10% gain in the stock today. BIOS, let me get this 200-day out of there. Get them all out of here. I don't want to confuse anybody. 10% gain in BIOS. And BIOS is just a stock, BioScript. I'd love to know a little bit more about this company. It looks like it was a gap down here late last year, November. So this BIOS looks like a stock that's trying to recover some lost gains there. So it's a stock if you want to go long on it. If you got to go long on it, looks like you've got some good potential going long on BIOS, and decent volume coming into the play as well. Decent volume coming in. All right. Arnie. Okay, Arnie, he's been talking about BLOZF forever. Cannabis Technologies. BIOS. You know, this is a stock too. Oh, man. This was at 13 cents a share. Actually, a lot lower than that, 10 cents a share last January. And now we're talking about 61-cent stock. Just a year later, you're up almost 600%. Well, you are up 600%. You're up almost 600% in the stock. Where are you at now? Actually, I just want to do, because sometimes I just love looking at these numbers. All right, you're up about 510%. 510% since January of 2016. All right, there's some people who ain't up 5% all year. And that one stock, again, going long. And this is why I love MJNA, because I think it could be something like this one day. But BLOZF, that is, which is funny, because this, how legit is BLOZF? That's a question that I want to know. You know, I want to know that one. Yeah, you should definitely be modded. There it is. There it is. Appreciate it. Yeah, now you can go ahead and put in links. Money Stay Woke, MKAU. Oh, let me see here. What was that? MKAU? MK Automotive. Gained 4% today, 2 cents a share. What's that move going on here in MKAU? Here's the last 5 days, man. It's very impressive. What's going on here? You let me know what's going on here, Money Stay Woke. What's going on in this stock? That's a nice looking 5-day chart there, man. You let me know what's going on here. You know, shout out to that's you know, drop a bomb on that one, man. Let me drop a bomb on that one. I'm looking at the stock. Okay, 0026, December 15th. December 15th, the stock was at 0026. And we're at what? 2 cents a share right now? So you let me know what's going on in here. I'm about to yeah, the stock is up 838% in 60 days. 60 days for 831%. Let me check my emails. Did I miss a pump email or something? Let me see here. That's why I always tell people to sign up for a Gmail account and then sign up for all these pump and dump emailers, because there are a lot of people who still send out those emails. And nothing's coming up on the MKAU. I see an old email that came out December 8th of 2015 from pennystocks24.com. But I don't even think they still in business. Okay, the website still works, but I haven't gotten an email from them in a while. Pennystocks24.com. And they were the website that used to give you alerts from all other pump emails. But yeah, man, this was back in December 8th of 2015. That's the only email I have from talking about MKAU. All right. Nice move. I'll be watching this one though. I'll be watching this one. MKAU. I'll be watching this one, and it's not even in compliance. That's what's crazy right now. It's running, and it's a pink limited company, But they are submitting financials. I see here they have the September 30th quarterly report that had been submitted. Got a $1.2 million market cap. So they're doing something. News came out after hours on MKAU. All right, I'll put it on my list tomorrow. I'll put it on my list for tonight. So this is one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. MKAU, one to watch. One to watch. All right. What's going on, Big Zini? TRUU. This TRRU, 2 drinks. All right, this reminds me of that RHMB or something like that. True Drinks. Here's another like beverage company. The volume just isn't there yet. That's the only problem with this one. They're in compliance though. I mean, they're trading at 10 cents a share. Let me see here. True Drinks is a natural, healthy beverage company focused on improving the health and wellness of our lives. Each drink we developed is produced with an eye towards improving health and wellness of the consumer, blah, blah, blah. Our products don't contain artificial products, flavors. Our products are free from harmful sweeteners. TrueDrinks.com is the website. Is the website working? Let's see. Yes, it does work. All right. Decent looking website. Kind of still looks kind of cheesy, but TrueDrinks.com. Company's called True Drinks, TRUU. Yeah, something to watch, but still the volume just isn't there right now. 601, you're on the air. What's up?
Yeah, thanks for taking my call again. So I just had a quick question about stocks in general, and I guess I'll use TXTM as an example. I know yesterday on your show you guys kind of discussed TXTM and how the news came out that marijuana will be legalized in, I think it was Africa. So obviously the other day the stock went up. I mean, it went up considerably because I had got in at 0038, and I woke up the next morning it was up to like 0055, and then it just started dropping like a ton of bricks. And I got out and I lost some money when I got out at 0041. So obviously now I see it at 0038. So my question is, because obviously it has news that's backing it. My question is, how long does it generally take a stock that has news backing it, like TXTM, to go up, stabilize, and then stay up?
Oh man, I've seen stocks run up and come all the way back down in the same day. There's no set particular time that you can put on these things. At the end of the day, it's whether or not people believe in the company. If the strength of the news, the strength of the news plays a huge part of that, and whether or not investors think that this could be a multiple day run. Now, when I look at TXTM, the stock is up, well over 100 and well over 300, 400% actually, since the 24th. In fact, if we do our math here on TXTM, it started running at 007. It got up to 0055. So that's a gain of over 685%, in 7 days, in 7 days. So a pullback was not only expected, it was almost necessary, and for a pullback of 24%, in comparison to what it's gained over the last 7 days, that's minuscule. So I probably expect this stock to pull back, and which it did today. We'll see if people think that's enough and for it to continue running, or maybe it pulls back a little bit more. But the stock is up, really, really big over the course of the last week, and it's pretty well stabilized where it's at right now, because if people really honestly didn't believe in it, it'd probably be 40-50% down today off those prices. But a 24% gain, on the shoulders of a 680%, a 24% loss on the shoulders of a 680% gain. I think you guys are actually kind of lucky. Obviously, you didn't get in as low as other people who did, but this could stabilize, man. This could stabilize and continue running.
Okay, so obviously, with it being that good of a stock and with the news backing it, would it be a good idea to try to, to get back in? And I think is it 0039 or 38 right now? Would it be a good idea to try to get back into that? Or
well, it looks like from if I use, let me see, I'm on an hourly chart here. Let me go on a smaller chart here. So you've got support at 0031, and you actually hit that multiple times. 0031, you hit that today at noon. You hit it again on the 30th, almost 2 times on the 30th, 3 actually. One time again on the 31st, just by a hair. But you got support at 0037. So if you open up lower tomorrow, that's where I probably would want to get in, attempt to see if you have support there. And I think tomorrow, yeah, I would take the risk in this tomorrow if it finds support. So the first 30 minutes, you're not jumping in, right? You're just trying to figure out where the stock is going. And if you go higher, then you're looking for the pullback to possibly retest that 0050 price if there's a volume for it. But if you open down tomorrow, then it's all about finding the floor and where that floor could be at for the stock. As you see here, it's at 0031. But if you don't find 0031 and you go lower, then you just try to find where it could be at next. And, being that the stock almost gapped up a little bit, your next real support price is 0016. That's almost 60% lower than where you are right now, which I hope that doesn't get that low for the people who are already in the stock. But you've got, first resistance level 31, 0031. Second is 0016.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
No problem, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah, so I mean, look, it's always risky playing these plays, man. It's always risky playing these plays. But again, this is OTC stocks. You win trading and holding these all for multiple days. So that if you do get a pullback like a 24%, you don't give a damn, because guess what? You're in the stock for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. You're up 700, 800%. What does 24% do for you? Do you know what I'm saying? That's nothing to you, because you've experienced the run up. You know what I'm saying? But if you try to day trade OTC stocks, it could really fuck you up to see a stock down 24%. It can really fuck you up. That's why when I talk about getting in a sweet spot, right? Getting into stocks as early as possible, that's where you win, man, because as the stock gains value, even if you have a pullback of a 10, 20, 30%, if you're up 400 plus, you don't give a damn. You could give a damn about the stock being down like that. And trust me, there's some people in there who are up 600 plus, and yeah, they're down 24% today, but again, they're up. They still got hella bread in the stock. I'm trying to find that chart. Again, this is what I look for. This is what I look for right here. I'm looking for that stock. That stock that's ran, it's beat up. I need a beat up stock. I need low downside risk. I need low downside risk. Obviously, my cost is always going to be my cost, whatever my cost of the trade. But that's the sweet spot. I need low downside risk. Buy low, sell high. You'll be surprised how many people don't listen. I love buying stocks on pullbacks. I love buying stocks that are red. People love buying stocks in the green. I like red days because I'm getting a discount. Somebody bought DRIES today at the close. The stock is down 8%. The stock might run tomorrow. Wouldn't you say that was a good buy for them if the stock runs tomorrow? Big Z, you said turn $100 into 14,000 with TRUU. Big Zini, call up, man. Call up and tell me how we can turn $100 into $14,000 with that stock. You call me and tell me what information you have to suggest that, sir. And I'm not saying that to put you on the spot. I'm just saying because you put that out there. Because I want to make $14,000 on a $100 investment. You tell me. I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm just saying you put that I can make a $14,000 return on a $100 investment, and I want to do that. So I need you to call up and tell me how to do that. You said go long plays. Yeah. Let me get into that. Let me get into that. Obviously, all these stocks we talked about are stocks you need to be either going long in or looking for a potential to go long in. All right, let me get into that. All right, so I don't want to hold you guys in forever. I've already gone on too long. All right, going on too long. Yeah, your videos are too long, man. All right, so TTCM. TTCM is a marine freight logistics company. Let me go here, TTCM. Really nice volume in the stock here. It's starting to get a lot more chatter play. Recently on TTCM. We're starting to see some volume coming into the stock too on TTCM. Really interesting. I've been watching this throughout the month of January, and we were as low as almost a cent for the stock. We've doubled up. We're at 2 cents a share now, actually 0.0268, down 10% for the day, but it is funneling now. Let me look at the 60-day here. Here's the 60-day chart. So it's slowly working its way higher, and I think TTCM could be moving a little. It's flagging to the right over there. I see that. Real nice, showing support. You're seeing much higher highs in the stock, higher lows as well too. So it's moving its way up there on TTCM. All right, so that's one to watch that I pulled out today. TTCM. Already mentioned BTCS, the Bitcoin play. We already talked about BTCS. It's found some It's found some support here. I thought maybe we might be able to get lower into the 0015 territory, but it's for the last couple of days, it's found some support here at 0019, 0020. You might be able to get this one a little bit cheaper, so continue to watch BTCS. All right, BLSP, Pulse Beverage. Pulse Beverage is another one that had huge volume today. A lot of unusual volume came in today in PLSB. It came on my list today because a lot of unusual buying that looked like promoter buying. It looked like promoter buying today. So let me actually go look at PLSB. Let me see here. PL OTC stock PLSB. Let me see. All right, one moment here. Yeah, so it's really interesting to see that stock pull up, and 700,000 shares traded today alone. The stock was down almost 15%. So you might, again, this is one you might be able to get cheaper, but again, this is a stock that's slowly going into the sweet spot, and I want to catch it at exactly the where it bottoms out at. PLSB is the ticker. PLSB, the Pulse Beverage Group. Reminds me of a lot of beverage companies that are running right now, but huge volume came into the stock today. So I'm looking for a bottom in PLSB. All right. Another one, COTE. COTE, this is interesting because this is a stock that's been a runner in the past. It's done some really incredible things in the past, but hasn't recently done much. If you go back in the time here, you can see 2014, 2015, it had some incredible runs. Those of you guys who've been trading penny stocks for a long time, you might remember this stock, COTE. It is now in the triples. We're at 0007. The company I saw some really interesting, huge buys going to the stock today as well. The company, let me see here. The company positions themselves as, let me see here, an engine and powertrain systems manufacturer. They offer independent testing of various engines and engine systems. COTE. All right, got a ton of float out there, but it's one just to watch, to see. 0007 is the stock, is the price right now. 0007. The bands are tightening, as you can see on the stock. COTE. All right. Let me see here. Is this F? Let me see, FN. Let me see, FHBC. All right, FHBC. Here's another one, FHBC. I saw some unusual buying happening in this stock too. This one's probably a lot further away from something happening. This one's probably a lot further away than something happening, but this is another one too that should kind of be on your list. Low volume, doesn't have the volume in now. But again, this is another one that's had an incredible past that could do something, but just keep it on your list sideways somewhere. But if it runs, you heard it here first. Down 26% today. A lot of people stuck up here, but it's something that I know can run because I noticed this company is keeping the volumes current. 703, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, sir? How are you?
Doing good.
Hey, I checked out that stock NPAU,
okay,
and the news is like retarded. It's like they acquired like a $35 billion acquisition for video content. Like what the one who said it.
Oh,
let
me find
like
this. Let me find what you're talking
about. If you go to TradingView and type in, that news was like 7 hours ago. It says NPAU Automotive /Inc. joins the $37 billion video streaming revolution with the acquisition of video content service provider Clicker.
All right, so MK. All right. MK Automotive announces the acquisition of a video content provider, Clicklia. All right, which means that they are entering the $37 billion video streaming revolution. All right, so basically the company is buying this wannabe YouTube company. Okay. This is all right.
That might be our stock that goes from the zeros to a couple of dollars.
We'll see. I mean, they're talking about the product. Clicklia will open for registration February 15th. It will offer many levels of service to choose from, a free account to a premium account, which is priced less than $30 per month. Simultaneously, there will be a launch of an aggressive marketing campaign for subscribers using all internet and social media platforms. They plan on taking advantage of the fact that they're one of the only companies on the OTC markets to provide this service. And the website and the service can be seen at clicklia.tv. I'll go ahead and post this. Oh, it actually looks pretty clean.
And plus, I saw this 14 days ago. They did like this financials.
I'm going to put that in the chat room. There it is. That's the link in the chat room there. Okay, it looks pretty clean. If it looks like what I'm seeing on that page there, you'll be able to view live TV. You'll be able to watch TV with any device such as Roku, Apple TV, Apple Fire Stick. Okay, so is it like it's an app too? Turn any screen into a window to the world. Watch any TV with your favorite device, Roku, Apple TV. Okay, I got to learn a little bit more about the product because it looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Shit, for only 2 cents right now, we can. That's a long.
Yeah.
If we could put 1,000 shares, it only costs $2. Shit, I can hold that for a minute.
Yeah. right now, I mean, when you click on the website and watch, it sends you to a bunch of YouTube channels, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, yeah, I definitely got to learn a little bit more about what they're doing here. But interesting little product. But I mean, at the end of the day, the stock is moving very aggressively.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice here. It looks like you got a recent high of 5 cents a share up there way back when in April of 2016. All right, so that where we got that wall in front of us. But all right, not bad. MKAU, appreciate it, man.
Because I just saw the news on VestaHub. They don't take the acquirement until like February 15th.
Okay.
So it's like 2 weeks, so it's going to take a minute before they get the video contact and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to see more information about this video platform and how exactly is it going to make them money. And the difference between the free content and the premium content, and if the premium content is worth the $30 fee.
Yeah, because that's usually how people can make a big bucks with all the different good contact when people say, ooh, let me go get that.
Right.
Because that's how, YouTube Red is probably making more money now because of the Red.
Oh, sure. I mean, again, this could change the everything about the company. But again, once we get more information and we actually see it in play, I think that's when maybe you're going to see even more momentum come into the stock if they see it's legit and it's worth the money.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the future. What if someone really likes this company and they start buying them out, and that raises the stock price like hell?
Oh well, I mean, yeah, that's what you want to happen. I mean, if
the way Google bought YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you want that to happen. If this is this is a publicly traded company.
Hell yeah.
Whether or not that can happen, I mean, it's a ways away from that happening, that conversation. But yeah, you'd love to be in a stock that gets bought out. I mean, you get a premium. You know what I'm saying? And that premium typically is anywhere between 100 to sometimes as high as 200% of the current price of the stock. So, and when you're talking about a penny stock, if you're in, let's say for example, the stock was at 10 cents a share and they got bought out, 9 times out of 10, you're probably looking at a buyout price of almost maybe $1 or more. So that's a huge return for anybody who could be in the stock. So yeah, you would want that to happen for the company to get bought out if you're a shareholder.
Yeah. I gotta try this stock.
All right.
Maybe tomorrow or Friday.
We'll see. Let's definitely see if there's a pullback here, or maybe the good times keep rolling for MKAU. We'll see what happens.
Thank you. I was trying to call you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man.
To get your view, and that sounds great.
All right. Appreciate the call. Yeah. Volume is still pretty on the light side. That's what I'm saying. We got to see what happens. I need to learn a little bit more about the technology. I'm not going to get hyped up here. We'll see what happens. But it's a very interesting technology, very interesting acquisition, because the company is called MK Automotive, and now they're going into the video space, online streaming space. Okay, how does that happen? And how does this affect the ongoing business? Are you no longer pursuing the automotive space any longer? Are you changing your name? Is Clickley going to be now the name of your company, the ticker? I mean, so there's more data that we need to find out now, and I think this is where the research comes in. All right. And if you like it, go ahead and give the company a call and say, hey, what's going on? I'm a shareholder. What's the future look like for the company? Put out some news. Let people know about it. That's your right as a shareholder to do. These companies work for you. When you buy a stock, that company has a responsibility to you, which is to gain value for you, to become more valuable. You said pull an all-nighter. These are hilarious. Yeah, let's end with ERBB. I'll put out these stocks. We looked at so many tickers today. We do that every day. I told you guys I won't be on tomorrow, but I'll be on Friday. I'll be here Friday. ERBB, ERBB, man, A lot of people, why aren't you talking about ERBB? Because it's been red. Because it's been red, man. I don't want to, get people excited about ERBB and it's pulling back. ERBB did its thing, man. Looked like for most of the year again when you were in that 000, 001, 2, 3, it was treading, and then it did its thing, man. You had people who were in here for months in ERBB. Then all of a sudden the stock went to as high as 0050. Can you imagine going from 0006, right? And this is October 27th. You were at 0005, and then you got to a high of 0050. 0050 just a month and a half later. So in 60 days, you went from 0005 to 0050. You're taking your profits and getting the fuck out of there. And you got a lot of bag holders in here. All right. And those bag holders need to be washed out. And once they get washed out, then the stock can start running again. That's kind of how it happens. Yeah. So no show tomorrow. I got somewhere I got to be tomorrow night. But I'll be back for Friday's show. And we'll knock out a lot of tickers. And, you guys know Friday, it's anything goes. We got a lot of guys who call up and just kind of let us know about things that are going on in their life. And we'll talk about Trump, whether or not, I don't know if Trump's trying to put your boy back on a plantation or what. I don't know what's going on with Donald Trump, man. We'll see what happens. We'll talk about him and all that. 954, you're on the air. What's up?
Hello?
Yes. Who am I speaking?
Yes, I was wanted some information about a ticker, ONSIW.
OMSIW?
ONS.
Okay. N is in Nancy. All right. Onco Biologics. 23 cents a share today. Got down. Pulled back today almost 26%. All right. So you had a good week and it pulled back today.
Yeah, because I bought it at 11 cents a share.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's just been bouncing up and down, and I really haven't done any research on the company.
I mean, did you take some profits there at the? You were
yeah,
up
I took
at
half of my profits, but I'm wondering, do you think would it jump to $1 or something?
Oh man, I couldn't be able to tell you that. Looking at the chart here, there were at one point you were up almost 300%. If you were in it at 11, it's slowly working its way higher. Let me see here. Why is this stock so cheap though? What's going on here?
Yeah, that's why I bought so many shares out from it.
And I don't see much history of the stock before 2016. Onco Biologics. Yeah, if you guys know something about this company, let me know. Onco Biologics. Targeting healthy outcomes. U.S.-based biotechnology firm focused on the development and manufacture of what? Of complex biosimilar therapeutics. Based out of New Jersey. All right, let's see something here. Let me check out Yahoo Finance real quick. What is this? You don't see too many five-letter tickers on NASDAQ. Why? What's the W for? I'm trying to figure out because the W stands out to me. The W stands out to me. Hold on here. Yeah, the W stands out to me. I know no real info. Yeah, Stockzilla. Yeah, no real info on this one, man. I gotta find some more information on this one because I don't. Even Yahoo Finance is pretty light. Like I can't even really get into.
And I had one more real quick. SDR.
SER.
SDR.
Sandridge?
Yes. Because I seen it was so low and it still had a dividend yield.
Yeah. Yeah, Sandridge was at one point a much bigger company than it is now. I mean, you can go back in the history, Sandridge, and it was actually a lot more expensive than this. You can go back to the chart here. It ends in 2012, but this was at one time $50, $60 stock. It's just been really beaten up as, you know, price of gas has lowered. They've sold off some operations over time as well. So they're a quarter of what they used to be. But Sandridge, yeah, still ironically paying a dividend. They're at very low PE though, man. 3 times earnings. This might be actually a company you would go long in. I mean, they trade on the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to find out what the status of the company is now. But again, as I said, they're nowhere near as what they used to be. Yeah, you're going to have to understand where the financials are, where the company stands now, because I couldn't tell you. You know, when you're talking about stocks that trade on this exchange, you're going to have to read the bottom line and see how things are turning up with that.
Yeah, I got some digging up and some research to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's not too much, you know, not too many stocks with a market cap of only $80 million trading on the New York Stock Exchange. So this was a company that had significant more operations than they do now. But now they're basically, you know, a stock that probably should be trading on the OTC, but they're hanging on. They're just above the $1 minimum requirement to trade on a New York Stock Exchange, and it looks like it's going pretty well for them. I mean, since December, you're up almost 50 cents a share since, middle of December. So it's treading, and it looks really nice. I mean, it's a nice looking, chart here on the daily chart. You got more volume coming in. On 400,000 shares traded today alone. So you're seeing increased volume, month over month increases in volume. So Sandridge looking like it's trying to do something here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it right there.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you, man.
All right, thanks a lot. And how to get on the email alert. Jermaine Gill, just sign up at freestockpicks.org. freestockpicks.org. But like I've said here, unless they cutting a check, man, I ain't sending no emails. I don't pump stocks for myself. You're going to have to cut me a check if you want access to my email list. All right, so let me get one more ticker in real quick, because y'all know I can do this all night. I love this business. PTIE, Pain Therapeutics. Oh, another NASDAQ play. Yeah, real tight on the bands, but it hasn't really done anything. Yeah, it's not really doing anything, fam. The bands are hella tight on it, though. PTIE. The bands are hella tight on it, but it's not doing anything. It's pretty low. I mean, you're in between, 53 and 63? You've been in between 53 and 63 for almost like 4 months. Almost like 4 months, man. Yeah, it's not really doing nothing. Not really doing nothing. Okay, let me see here. Bonanza Creek Energy, $2.30 a share. $123 million market cap. This is a decent sized oil company. BCEI. And this is another company that used to be a lot bigger too. Here's another company that used to be a lot bigger. As you can see here, spreading the chart out back in 2014. It was a $59 a share. This went from $59 a share all the way down to $2. No stock splits, by the way. No splits. It just lost value, man. But again, look at the price of oil. Oil was like at $80 at that time. All right. And, again, if you want to go long, you're going to have to find out where the stock is right now in terms of where production stands right now, if they sold off any operations, how much they're making, and we'll start getting into the more fundamentals, in this show, because I think I want to start doing that, really getting into some of the fundamentals and, reading the balance sheets. Let's start talking about margins, and let's start talking about, companies that are really putting on and building net income, and becoming more valuable the old-fashioned way, creating profits. I think we need to get in that. It's going to make the show long as hell. It's going to make the show long as hell, but I think, guys will start being able to, take positions in better quality stocks once they start looking at the 10Ks and 10Qs, and being confident that, the market will eventually find out, hey, this is a winner. This is a winner. Appreciate it, David. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for watching, David. All right, so I'll be back on, guys, tomorrow. Let me put the stocks out now, and this list includes what David just gave us at Investors Hangout. Let me put the stocks out now, and everybody press like. Go ahead and press like. Shout out to all the people who've donated to me, man. Appreciate all the people who donate to me. You guys know I've been trying to get this infomercial pop in here, so I gotta, get this GoFundMe up. I've been trying to get this infomercial popping off, because that's the way to go. Y'all know I really want to get back to this promoting stuff, but we gotta go big. We gotta go big on the internet, and I'm talking, what's his name? What's that Mexican guy's name? Teo Cruz. The guy who's all about like knowledge. Everything is about my books. I love my books. Knowledge, books. That's everything out of his mouth is books and knowledge. I forgot the guy's name. But I'm trying to do something like that, where we can get millions. I mean, I'm talking hundreds of thousands of people on our email list. And for those of you guys who've been here for a while, can you imagine the opportunity for you to get behind a stock that could have as many as 200 to 300,000 people getting behind that company, and if you're a CEO or a vice president, imagine the kind of volume that we can generate for your stock, if you guys got a good thing going, because I don't fuck with companies that ain't got shit going on. Yeah, Ty Lopez. Yeah, there it is. Ty Lopez. Yeah, so, but I'm creating an investment proposition for those people who've been in here for a while. But again, sign up at freestockpicks.org. Freestockpicks.org. It's all free. It's all free. Free. And as you guys know, I always let the people who do business with me pay up. But for the people, it's always free, and you can choose to participate or not. But all I know I can tell you is that once we get the marketing out there, the gains are going to come. All right? We'll get there. Slowly but surely, we'll get there. You said one book a day? Yeah. One book a day. I don't know about one book a day, man, because some of these investment books be like 600 pages, dude. Have you guys downloaded that stock market book torrent? There are like 600 books in there, and I've read like maybe 20 of them. But there are a lot of fucking pages in that book, man. There are a lot of damn pages in that book. All right. Shout out to everybody who's been watching the torrents, reading the books. Like I said, go get you a little $40 tablet from Walmart or something, and put some of these stock market books on that tablet, man, and just read, get your knowledge up, man. A good book can change your life. This is by far one of the best torrents on there. It's called the Stock Market ebook collection. It's got all the best books in it. Let me put that in the chat room as well too. And here's the list for today. There it is. There's a list for today. And I can't keep forgetting damn MJ. I don't know why I keep forgetting that shit. But here's the torrent. That's the torrent right there for the ebook collection. That's the torrent for the ebook collection. And yeah, some of those picks too are something to go long in and do some research on. Yeah. But if you can't get it for whatever reason, email me happypennystocks@gmail.com. happypennystocks@gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter, free stock pick. Instagram coming soon. Facebook coming soon. I got a Facebook page, but I'm redoing it all. All right. So we're gonna start all over on Facebook. Cause at the beginning I just wasn't getting traction over there, so I just said fuck that shit. All right. So I won't be here tomorrow, guys, but I will be here Friday. I will be here Friday for Friday's show. Please press like right now on this video. Look on the screen right now. Press like right now. If you ain't going to donate no money, donate a like. Please press like right now on this video. All right. It goes to show that I have credibility within the space. And YouTube really appreciates that and sends me higher up on the list on my videos. And we get more people who see the video and can come here and donate their education, like so many other good people who called in today. I'm so grateful to all the people who watch, all the people who are learning, and all the people who call in with your knowledge and expertise. I know some of you guys are far more intelligent than I am, and I'm so grateful that you guys are willing to spend even a second watching me talk about these companies, and you appreciate this business as much as I do. All right, appreciate you guys so much. Until tomorrow, happy trading, and I will be back here again Friday, 8:30, 8:45. Y'all know what it is. See you guys then. Who else is in here? Let me give my little shout outs. Eban, 3 Hooks, Jermaine Gill, Stock Skrilla, Big Zini. You say he gave me a big thumb up, no homo. Londell Carter, Money Stay Woke. King's Me is Lit. Who else is in here? Master 82, Africana, QL. 3 Hooks, they're all everywhere. Let me see. Mikhail Cummings, Nikhil, Mike Reynolds, appreciate it, Mike Reynolds. Hey, Mike Reynolds, call in one day, man. Mr. Mohammed, Ishmael Mohammed, Stockfella, Bill Betts, the beautiful Cora Lee. Who else is in here? Cool Cats, appreciate it, Cool Cats. Thank you for the call. One more, Enigma, Howard Quo, The Headache 24, Tone Spragg, Mag. What's going on, Mag? Brent Hill, thank you so much for watching, man. Haspay, appreciate you for watching. Yeah, Bad Scientist has been working late, man. He's been working late. El Yeti, appreciate you for watching. Everybody and anybody who was in the chat room today, thank you guys so much for watching. This was a great episode. I'll be back on Friday. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.